Hello, and welcome to the very first episode of UniversiD&D.
Yeah!
Alright. This is a brand new series where a bunch of us college students play 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons, and we put it on the internet for our entertainment as well as yours. Yes. My name is Blake Croft, and I will be your Dungeon Master for the evening. And it is my great pleasure to introduce the players, starting with my left.
I am Santiago Sepulveda. Hello.
I am Kylie Brewer.
I am Alex Moore.
I'm Katie Meir.
Jacob Gonzalez.
Gee. Yes, and Gee.
And Gee.
And we will meet all of your lovely characters once we begin to play. We are so excited to start this brand new campaign in a brand new world that none of you have ever seen before. But before we begin, we do have a few thank yous. Huge thank you to Callie Poso, who did the character art that hopefully you see on the screen right now.
It looks so good.
It looks great.
It looks absolutely stunning. And we are just so happy with it. And a big thank you to our one-man tech crew.
Let's go!
Mr. Sagecroft.
The guy.
My wonderful brother, Mr. Sagecroft. We could not do any of this without you. So thank you so much for being here with us. Now that all of that is out of the way, are you all ready to play some Dungeons and Dragons?
Yes, let's go!
Without further ado, let us roll the new intro.
In a world where a bunch of kids play D&D, they also try to balance university. So let us introduce ourselves formally, and welcome to a brand new land of normalcy.
Some initiative, they know the definition of getting a crit in position and behind the villain. In other words, flanking the mimic to get a second attack. It's smooth and fast, prepping to cast a fireball. Hit them all with a third level blast, I know. Hope it's overcast to see destructive wrath. From a holy man, but he ain't the only man. To strike gold, he got a brutal barbarian. Every turn, the dragon lands another blow. Spitting flames like a fighter with a blessed bow. Shards of ice into the fire with no doubt. Ghostly form behind your back, sneak attack lights out.
It's UniversiD&D. We're here to work and play and earn our bachelor's degree, yeah. Now everybody sing it with me, cause it starts right now. Count it 1, 2, 3.
Welcome back to UniversiD&D. Thank you, Jacob and Santiago, and myself a little, for the amazing theme song. It's quite cool.
It's great.
All right. Shall we begin?
Of course.
All right, cool.
Of course.
Without any further ado, let's get into it. We begin in the world of Aurelia, on the continent of Everidge. Everidge is a vast continent known as the magic spring of the world, filled with exotic landscapes and even more exotic citizens. It has seen many empires rise and fall on its shores. There were once as many as 8 distinct civilizations, kingdoms, or empires that called this continent home, but they were all conquered by the Zeronian Empire in the Provident Conquest 300 years ago. Now, the Zeronian Empire rules over Everidge with a shaky fist, unable to unite the vastly different cultures that occupy the 8 different regions within its borders. The Empire also faces an ongoing feud with Ismidia on the nearby continent of Grinhaven, as war has temporarily ceased and threatens to spark once more. Tensions grow between each region as much as they do between empires, as the Empire's leadership becomes more and more fragile. But amidst the conflict that the Empire faces, new, untold stories arise. Our adventure begins in 1645 FS, in the Southstead, the southernmost region of Everidge. Welcome, travelers, to Opaz. Opaz is a small rural town on the western edge of the Nymphwood Forest, mostly dedicated to farming. It does not serve as a destination for most, merely a passing point on their journey elsewhere. But today, it serves as a meeting place, where the strings of fate become intertwined. The month is Oluth, the beginning of the new year, in the middle of spring. The flowers bloom on a crystal clear day as the curtain rises on 2 fresh adventurers, a young boy and girl, who have met a few days prior and have been traveling together ever since. Jacob and Katie, would you please describe your characters for me?
I'll let
Of
you
course.
go first.
All right, I'll go first. I am a youngish female pink tiefling. Got really light pink skin and a darker pink hair, and I'm dressed in relatively nice blue garb. What else do I need? I give off a fresh young vibe.
And your name? Unless you want to say it.
My name is Kasha. I don't know if we're sharing
Gosh,
that.
Okay, no.
And I am a pale gray-skinned half-elf, clearly of drow descent, lavender eyes, some night.
It's okay.
Keep it in.
It's okay.
Clearly, some
We'll dub
nice.
it over. We'll dub it over.
Nice.
Nice.
Some nice white hair. It's kind of like side parted, wearing some like black like studded leather with some purples and such. Got a big black bow on my back, quiver of arrows, and 2 swords on my belt.
Perfect. The two of you have just arrived in town after a few days' journey south, and you have spoken with a few of the locals, most notably Rymor, a farmer who had informed you that a few of his animals had gone missing. It is roughly midday now, and you stand in the town square of Opaz, a large cobblestone area that is lined with mostly residential buildings, a few farmhouses, a large white building on the northern side of the square that appears to be a functional town hall of sorts. In the middle of the square is a large stone fountain of a horse perched on its hind 2 legs, spouting water. There are a few townspeople walking through the streets, children playing in or around the fountain, but the two of you stand by yourselves on one side of the square.
You know, something doesn't seem to be adding up to me, because this man, I suppose, is missing a dog and a cow. Other animals are going missing all over town. That's the only thing that I think really link these events, but it's unclear if it's arcane in nature, if someone's stealing these animals. I don't know why you would, though. But
Is it possible there's just some random wild animal on the loose?
I suppose, but I don't think I'd be sent here if it was just a normal occurrence. I think that's, you know, something has to be going on. I just don't know exactly what.
As the two of you are having this conversation, you hear off in the distance booming thunder coming from the east in the direction of the forest. Looking over the forest now, you see a large gray cloud quickly form over the tree line, engulfing the entire forest. More cracks of thunder are heard, and you start to see lightning split the sky over the leaves. The cloud moves at an abnormal pace over the town of Opaz, and in a single moment begins to pour rain on the streets. The wind picks up, and the rain comes down in sheets, hitting your face and eyes, making it hard to see where you are or where you're going. The lightning and thunder get closer until it is directly over the town, and you are caught in what has to be the worst storm you've ever seen in just a matter of seconds. As the two of you scramble, looking around for a place to seek cover, you see a very strange establishment across the square. There's a large tree with a huge trunk that comes up and then splits into 2 separate trunks, each of them having their own canopy of leaves on the end. In between these 2 large logs sits a building with stairs cascading down from the front door down into the square.
That seems as good a place as any.
I agree. Sorry, headed that way.
Yeah, as you start to just run that way, fierce winds whip up drops of rain. They feel like daggers on your face. A lot of the people on the streets are either fleeing into their homes on the southern side of town or into the building that you are headed into at the moment. You run up the stairs, and you catch in the crowd of people heading inside a sign swinging violently in the wind at the door, and it says, "The Dueling Trunks Tavern and Inn." As you step inside the Dueling Trunks, you're greeted with warm air, which is a very pleasant change from the freezing cold rain.
Ooh, I'll prestidigitate us so we're dry.
All right, so you just instantly become dry and fresh. You stop reeking of like salty rain, and you look a lot drier than most of the patrons that have now come in, who are just soaked.
Whew.
You're also greeted as you walk in with the smell of ale and salt water on the other patrons, with a small hint of freshly baked goods somewhere in there. The atmosphere inside the tavern is very loud as patrons scramble to find tables and booths wherever they can. Obviously, the tavern is not used to this large amount of people. But there are a good number of people that seem to be already in the tavern before the storm hit, as they are pretty dry, and some of them have a few drinks by their side. Others seem to be in the middle of playing cards or having conversation. The newcomers, for the most part, are drenched, but a few of them line up at the bar to get drinks. The layout of the tavern is actually pretty spacious for sitting in a tree, all things considered. Booths line 3 of the walls, the right and left, and the wall that you entered on, and tables are scattered around in the middle of the room. In the back left corner, there is there is a large stage that sits and has a large curtain that sits behind it, probably leading to some backstage areas. This stage is probably used for bard performances, announcements, things like that. You can tell this is a happening place in the small town. On the back wall, there is a long bar next to the stage, and there is a bartender behind it serving people drinks as they come in, and you see a few waiters and waitresses come out and serve some of the tables, and they come out from a door behind the bar. Next to the bar is a large set of stairs that comes down and goes up to a second story that acts as like a balcony to the main floor of the tavern. And you can see there are rooms there. That is the inn level, as you can tell. And it doesn't seem to be too busy. It seems like most of the people in this tavern are residents of the town, so the inn is probably not as frequently used as the main floor. What would you like to do?
I will immediately pull out my flask and take a quick swig.
All right, you do. And in a public place where the full intention of the business is to sell drinks, you pull out your own personal drink, brought one from home, and take a quick swig.
Damien.
Okay, look. This is probably better than anything they're selling here, if we're being honest, so... You want some?
I take it.
All right.
I take a swig.
And you do. And it's a little salty from the rain, but it tastes good enough. You see a few patrons give you a little bit of a side eye as they kind of have their like standard.
Do you want some too?
And they kind of look back and take their Dueling Trunks mugs and to themselves.
Dueling Trunks brand one.
Yeah. Are you sitting down at a table, going to the bar?
Is there anything that's like free and available?
Yeah. So on the right side of the wall, there appears to be one pretty large booth that does not appear to have anyone sitting in it. You look towards the center, and there seems to be like a table, maybe 2, but they have like cups on them, but no patrons at the moment, so
All right.
Perhaps someone left.
I'm gonna drag Damien over to the booth and be like, "Come on, we'll ask your friends in the book what they think about the missing animals."
That's... Yeah, okay. And, yeah, so sit down in the
Go take a
booth.
seat.
Okay.
I'll take out my sketchbook
All right.
and the ink and the quill, and I'll start writing.
I'm
Okay.
like obnoxiously leaning over the whole table to see what's going on.
So you take out this sketchbook that you have been granted a few days prior. This sketchbook, as you know, is no ordinary sketchbook. It is used, well, spoil it all, but it can communicate with others who share a copy of the same book. Okay, so what are you writing in the book?
I'm going to say I've arrived in Opez. I've talked to some of the citizens inside. Some animals are missing, but no connection is clear yet. We'll keep you updated, and I'll sign D.A.
All right.
That's beautiful.
We won't comment on it. Okay, and you see about a minute passes of the book after writing that in the book, and you start to see yellow writing phase below where you had written in blue ink, I believe.
Yes.
In the blue ink that you had received, you start to see yellow writing. Keep us updated. We look forward to hearing from you. And you see a dash. Dionysus. And that is yellow ink.
Well, that's it.
Well, okay, they're not always the most talkative bunch, but we'll keep checking in and see if they have anything maybe more useful to tell us. I'm just glad we're in here and not in the pouring rain outside.
You see more of the patrons that had lined up at the bar begin to take their seats, buy drinks, take seats, gather in a few groups. Are you doing anything else?
Do I see like a waiter or waitress kind of bringing stuff around?
Yeah, there is a halfling girl who is making the rounds nearby.
I'll try to call her over.
Okay. Like rudely or
They're just like
get her attention. All right.
Excuse me.
All right. All right. And she walks nearby a table with a platter of drinks, and she gives you 1 second, and she places it down, hands out her drinks. Yes. How may I help you?
Well, do you want anything?
Oh, I don't.
She's like peering over the booth.
I just like a hot meal if that's available.
Sure. We don't have much in the way of hot food, but we have stew.
That sounds great.
Yes, 2 of those, please. And do you want a drink? I'm definitely getting a flagon of ale.
Yeah, sure.
Just a water for me.
Of course. Would you like to keep? Would you like to pay in advance or keep a tab for the end?
We'll keep a tab open.
All right. 2 stews, flagon of ale, and a water. I'll be right back.
And the water.
And she heads back behind the bar. She stops at another table and jots down their order as well, but then heads into the door behind the bar. A few minutes pass, and quicker than you had expected, she comes out with a large platter, and there are 2 bowls of some kind of stew. It smells pretty good, all things considering, especially out in the storm. You hear thunder continue to boom outside, and rain hits the wood on the outside of the building. But you have 2 rabbit stews, a flagon of ale, and a water.
All right, and I'll just start eating.
All right, it tastes pretty good. The meat is a little not as filling as you would like, but for a tavern that mostly serves drinks, it's not bad. And she heads away and gives you a quick. A few minutes pass. You sit there eating your food and drinking your drinks, and mostly everyone has come inside at this point. Nobody's staying out there in that rain until you hear the double doors open once more, and you see a guest enter by herself, looking like she does not really belong in a rowdy tavern like the Dueling Trunks. She looks no older than probably 15 or 16. Kylie, if you'd like to describe your character.
So, my character is a young human-looking girl. I have really long brown hair. It's very curly. I'm wearing black traveling clothes. They look pretty worn. I'm a pretty short girl. Are we doing names?
You can or you don't have to.
Okay, well, my name is Alice. And I run into the tavern. And
So you run in and you were hit with this scene of tons of people just flooding the tavern. You came in a little late, so you had not seen all these people on the streets, and you are shocked that a tavern would have this much business in such a storm. But you see most of the booths and tables are filled at this point. People have started kind of doubling up on their parties. Groups of 2 and groups of 3 might join together at a table of 5. It's kind of an overwhelming scene for you. You are a pretty young girl who doesn't really like the attention, but a lot of the patrons look towards you as you step out of this just booming storm, wondering, were you staying out there for those 5 minutes or so? So they kind of, as you walk into the tavern, some of them keep their eyes on you. Some of them go back to their drinks or their cards.
Is there anywhere that doesn't look like it has a lot of people around, or is it just
It is
packed throughout the whole thing?
pretty packed. The tables kind of get scarcer and scarcer as it goes over to the stage, but it seems like the parties at the tables are more full over by the stage because it is a more desirable area.
I'm just gonna.
You do see a booth that only has 2 figures in it, which there are a few other tables that have 2 or 3 people, but they're like in the middle of cards and things like that. You can do whatever you want.
Looking around, feeling very overwhelmed, I'm going to walk over to the booth with 2 people at it.
Okay, and you do, and you see this small young girl looking really frightened. She's a human girl, looking rather frightened, in just soaking wet, like shivering, freezing.
Hello. I'm sorry. I don't know you. You're very pretty, and so are you. You're really pretty colors. And I'm sorry. I don't really know where I am. I just got here and it was raining. I don't really know what to do. I'm sorry.
Do you have a name?
My name is Alice. What are your names?
Oh, I'm Kasha.
Damien.
Why don't you come sit with us?
Okay, thank you. Do you mind if my friend comes? Her name is Celeste. She's really nice. I don't think she'd bother you.
Sure.
Okay.
She beckons, she sits, and she beckons towards nothing.
Okay.
So when is your friend getting here?
Oh, she's here. She's very nice. Is she doing anything?
Yeah, in your mind, you see Celeste. In your mind, you see Celeste, a young girl about your age, dressed in clothes like clothes you would see on the schoolyard, and she smiles, and you see in her hand is a flask, and she sips it. You do not see any of this, but she is sitting right next to you in the booth.
She's having a nice time. Thank you for letting us sit with you.
Oh, of course.
Wait, where is she sitting?
Right next to me.
I'm gonna look right next to her. You know, I don't know how to say this, but there's no one there.
Damien!
So there's not. It's just her sitting there and us.
I think my parents have the same problem. I'm not sure if that's normal, but
It sounds like you might not be the normal one, but I'll take a drink of ale.
And you do it.
completely ignore him.
You
completely
take a
ignore him.
swig, and you are a little offended, but like, nah, you didn't mean it like that.
It's perfectly all right, hun. Can you tell us what kind of situation you were in? I don't really understand.
Well, I'm from up north, and I am coming down south. I found this this business card for a lady in Inkberry, and I think that she might be able to help me find some things out about myself that I'm not quite so sure about. And so that's where I'm going, but I had to get here first before I can go there. And then it started raining, and so I am here. But I was walking through the forest, and I met someone really nice. He has pink hair like you. His name is Pirks Vidon, which is the coolest name I have ever heard. And he gave me a horse, and then her name is Manigold, which is a really pretty name. And then she brought me here, and then she left, and here I am.
As she just like monologues.
So do these other people that you meet? Do they look like Celeste?
No. Pirks Vidon was very tall, and he had pink hair. Celeste doesn't have pink hair. She has blonde hair.
Roll nature for me. Oh wait! First roll a campaign.
This is the first roll.
This is the first roll of campaign.
Nature, intelligence.
Let's see.
I'm decent.
It's going well. It's going well. All right, 6 total. Pink hair, very tall. You this might be just a very strange person, but you've not heard of anyone specifically like this.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, I'm really glad I ordered a water now, and I'm just gonna push it over, and I'm gonna take your drink.
Thank you for letting us sit here. That's very nice.
Do you want to do your little magic so they're not soaking wet?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll prestidigitate. Well, Alice.
Okay, and Alice, and you see, and you are completely dry, and you feel fresh once again. And you see next to you Celeste, kind of like looks at you funny, and like shakes herself, and you see like water flying off of her, and then she is dry.
Thank you, Celeste says thank you. That helped. Thank you.
Okay. Taking the drink back again.
Yeah, and as you two pass this drink between you two, as this strange girl is just monologuing nonstop at you, you hear a rattle at the doors again. They don't swing open like before. Instead, they start to shake the double doors, like rattling, as if they were locked and someone were trying to open them. A few moments pass, the doors keep shaking. It's as if it's trying to be pulled out from the tavern, but they open inward. A friendly-looking human man gets up from one of the nearby tables and opens the door into the tavern, and you see a large figure like stumble in, not expecting it to be an inward opening door. Santiago, if you would like to describe your character for me.
Perfect. All right. So, hello. You see a half-orc, kind of an amber skin tone, jet black eyes, no hair, kind of a buzz cut. He's kind of tall. I'd say he's kind of tall. He's like 6 foot, 7 foot, around somewhere in the middle. He's very built, big muscles, and you can see his clothes are just drenched. He's kind of wearing just like a simple like tunic, I guess, like traveler's clothes. And through them you can see the outline of like an animal print tattoo on the chest and some on the shoulders that go down like sleeve, like this like sleeve. And a big, beautiful black beard. Pointy, very well groomed this man is. Of course, because of the rain, it's a little saggy. He kind of stumbles in. He runs out his beard. About 4 gallons of water come out of his beard. That is canon.
That's canon. 4 gallons.
And he looks to is a human man still?
No, he just opens it for you, kind of scoffs and then like sits back down.
Okay.
I mean, you can say. I mean, yeah, you're there. You can say something to him.
So you're sitting down? Would you say sitting down at this point after I arrive?
After you start wringing it, he starts. After you start wringing your beard, he walks away from the door and sits down.
I kind of walked up to him. I put my hand on his shoulder. I say, "Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Your door may be broken. It did not open when I tried. It's crazy. I don't know how that works. Very strange."
He looks at you like you're crazy. This is just a random patron you have come up to.
It's not even the same guy.
What? No, it is the same guy, but it's not like he doesn't. He doesn't own the tavern.
Okay, right.
But yeah, you would definitely think he does as he opened the door. Of course he does. He kind of gives a no problem, buddy.
I extend my hand, very intrusive like. Hello, I am Blomf. It is nice to meet you.
Yeah, Leo.
Leo. Again, thank you for opening the door for me.
Yeah, no problem.
Leo, I have a question.
Yep. He's sitting at a table with 2 other guys, and they're like, like, do you know this man?
What is the best ale you have at this establishment?
Buddy, I don't own this establishment, but I personally like the the Grimlock wine when they have it. But if you're looking for ale, I don't think they have anything special. Just good ale.
Leo, I appreciate it. I kind of step away. I go up to the. Is there like a bar or like a?
Yeah. So there is a bar. There is a bar on the back wall where there is a bartender and a few people sitting at the bar and a few that are ordering drinks.
Okay. I just walk up to the bar.
Okay. And the man is a larger human man. But he looks friendly enough.
Yes, I'd like the Warlock wine.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Grimlock wine.
Good. Leo. I look at Leo.
You shout across this really loud tavern.
Yep, I'm definitely.
And he hears you through this. You the three of you hear this as well. Just this man shouting, Leo, like he's calling to an old friend, right? That he direly needs
I'm gonna
something.
write this name down, Leo.
Leo looks. He stands up like flush red in the face, and he kind of like puts his head down and starts to walk toward you. Yeah, man. What's up?
Warlock wine, no?
Grimlock, buddy. Grimlock wine. And he turns and he starts walking back.
Hey, Leo.
Yeah. Yep.
Are you sure?
He doesn't even respond. He just like pivots, walks back to his table.
I look back at the bartender. I love that guy. His name is Leo. My best friend.
Yeah.
Grimlock wine, one?
One. That'll be 5 silver pieces.
Will you take a gold piece?
Sure. Would you like 2? 2 wines?
I kind of he thinks.
Do you do the calculations running through your head? Just a mile a minute, trying to multiply 5 by 2.
Yes.
All right, 2 wines. Yeah, that'll be 1 gold.
I rummage through my sack. Whip out a whopping gold piece.
Okay, all right. And he takes it and he goes to the back wall where there are a few like bottles of wine, and he takes 2 goblets and he pours them. Grimlock wine, only the finest. Who are you sharing it with today?
Leo. He's my best friend.
Oh, didn't realize you 2 were so close.
Yes. And I walk away.
All right, and you walk away. As you're passing, you see Leo at the far back table, but he is like
He's hiding.
like hiding in his chair, and the other 2 men have like shifted to like cover him from your.
Leo.
Yeah, you're like looking around, forgetting where his table was. But you see, I mean, it's mostly humans, a few halflings, half elves, in the tavern. But you do see something catches your eye, and it is this table of people that do not look like that at all. You see a bright pink girl, a gray boy, and like a small 15-year-old girl. People that look completely out of place. And they are on the booth, on the wall.
I look at the small gray guy. Leo! I walk up.
All right. And
Did I hear this?
yes, you do. And you heard him shouting Leo across the tavern, but you didn't really pay attention.
Think you have the wrong person there, guy.
Oh, Leo, I'm Blumf. We met about
Mate.
like an hour ago.
Did we? Okay, so
Yes.
you know,
You've just seen this man walk in about 3 minutes ago.
you know, if you're looking for someone to share that wine with, I'd be glad to do it. But I am afraid that I'm not this Leo fellow that you're looking for.
A shame. I look around one more time in desperation for Leo.
Roll perception for me.
That is a... Yeah, that's it. Where's my perception? Oh, here it is. Oh, hey, it's a 12.
He's gonna roll stealth. He's trying to hide from you. Yeah, he is. You look over at the table and you don't see anyone in the chair. You see like the tail of like a hood like just peeking out over the table where his chair was.
Okay. A shame. Is this chair open? Is there a chair open?
It's a booth. But yeah, it looks.
Is this seat available?
You know, don't worry
So
about it.
how are you seated? Are you two across from each other or next to each other?
I think we were, and then Alice.
You were
joined
across
us
from
and
each
we
other.
Switched.
And yeah. Okay. So you two are seated on the same side. Kylie is seated. A young girl is seated on the opposite side.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to join us,
Cool, thank you.
the
I kind of like try to fit. I'd say I'm pretty big, so I try to like fit in. I'm just kind of sitting there like very quaint with the two mugs, and I pass one to Leo.
I take.
Are we at a booth?
Yep.
Okay, as he sits in, I'm scooting way over to make room for Celeste.
Okay.
I just crush Celeste.
And he slides straight into the middle, and you see Celeste vanish in a puff of smoke, and then she reappears next to this large man on the other side. So it is you, this large half-orcish man, and then Celeste, kind of looking very annoyed at this point. That can't be comfortable.
Hello, I'm Blumf. Blumveld.
I like your name.
Thank you.
My name is Alice.
Alice. The very. I already have that written down. Very pretty name, Alice.
Thank you. And my friend, she doesn't talk a lot, but she's on the other side of you, and her name is Celeste.
The girl's insane, and I drink.
This the wine that you are drinking. I don't know if you've taken a sip, but it is like fruity and very strong, and it is very good wine. If you are a lover of wine.
I open my flask.
And you kind of finish. You finish what's in the flask, and then you begin to carefully roll just a dexterity check for me. Just for it's a tiny.
All right, 8.
Yeah, so you kind
Dice jail.
of
Putting the light.
shaky, and then dice jail.
Already, oh my
The
God.
whole set. Wow, that's a little extreme.
Yeah, whole set.
But you see this half-orcish man as you begin to pour this wine, kind of like bumps you and starts talking again, and you kind of like spill some of it on the table.
Wow.
But you fill it about you fill the flask about halfway full.
Okay.
Celeste?
Yes.
Celeste.
I think that Damien might not be able to see her. I don't really know what's wrong with him.
Oh yeah,
but,
did I sit on her? Is she under me?
Oh no, it's okay. She moved.
To another table? I don't know what you mean by this.
No.
I would just.
Celeste, right?
Yes.
It's so nice to meet you.
And Blumf, you're kind of going along with it because you're used to not really being like in on it, like whatever.
Yeah. So just kind of yeah.
You're like, no, yeah, you're right. It's kind of your
Oh,
sad.
of course, Celeste. Where is she?
Oh, she's next to you. She's sitting next
Celeste, it's so nice to meet you. I'm Blumf.
You see Celeste reaches out her hand. You don't feel anything. You feel like a little breeze. That's small. It could just be people walking by.
you. She says hi. She thinks you're
Hello.
very nice.
Cool. Very, very cool.
As this is happening, the doors
What now?
swing open. This time in a very dramatic fashion. As you hear like a large gust of wind slam them open. It's the gray cloud has mostly moved over the town now, so it's actually rather dark out there. You think you see a figure in the doorway, and then a bolt of lightning strikes somewhere a little far away and illuminates the sky behind this figure. Alex, if you would like to describe your character.
That was so epic.
Alright, so I'm a human with like this really dirty blonde hair, really super long. He's got it tied up. Don't look at my armpit stains.
Well, now everybody is. Now that you mentioned it, they're rewinding.
Let's edit that out.
Yeah, we'll edit it out.
For the zoom in.
We'll
on
put a
the
censor bar over it.
So yeah, he's got this super dirty blonde hair like tied up, and he's got these real piercing green eyes, sea green, if you may. Yeah, he's average height, maybe a little bit more, 6 foot, yeah. And he really torn up, just soggy. I could not find that word. Soggy clothing,
Moist.
like what you think a sailor would wear. You know, just really.
And you are just
Sailor.
drenched
Just
at this point.
literal 100% water, just pouring off of him, and he looks scared right now.
I'm gonna.
Just kind of.
You know, before you say anything,
We should just invite him at this
No,
point.
we
have
shouldn't.
such an
He's
interesting
holding a
cast of
shield.
characters
He's holding a
already.
shield and sword. in
Your
his
arm.
hand.
Yeah, he looks very threatening as this bolt of lightning strikes, and he's holding like a sword and shield, and then he starts to walk into the tavern as
In the
door's
background,
like,
you hear like bum bum bum.
yeah.
we're not
The
inviting
theme
him
song
over.
plays.
We already have freaking Tweedledee, and this person sees
Love.
someone that's not there, and no.
I'm gonna get up and walk on over and
You are greeted with, actually for you, a rather friendly sight. You are used to sailing on ships. You get drunk with your crewmates. A lot of the time you have parties. So this is a rather comfortable environment for you. Much more comfortable. You were rather scared outside.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is a comfortable environment. But there are quite a lot of people up there. And you see this bright pink girl that you had actually seen before since you were outside.
Yeah.
Approach.
I'm just gonna walk right up to you, and I'm so much smaller. I'm only like 5'4", and I'm just gonna be like, "Excuse me, sir.
Hello.
Do you need Well, I'll just cast Prestidigitation on him without
Alright.
really asking.
And you do, and you kind of
Oh.
you
Thank
become
you.
dry, and then some parts of you just almost instantly become a little wet again. I mean, obviously not to the same extent. You're
Ooh.
not drenched or anything,
Damn.
but like
What
you
parts?
see his sword and shield start to drip a little more with water again.
Water shield.
And then
Thank you.
after
Appreciate it.
after a few seconds, it stops.
Okay.
We saw you walk in. It's quite a storm out there.
Oh, it's really nothing. I've seen verse.
Look, just come. Why don't you come sit with my friends and I? We're having the weirdest dinner, and why not make it weirder?
Okay. Yes. Thank you. Gonna walk over with her.
So you do, and you see this table of very ragtag crew.
A motley crew, if you will.
Yes, a half orc that is like squeezed in, like the booth table.
Have I ever seen an orc or a half orc?
You've been, there were half orcs
Okay.
around. Maybe not a full orc. You weren't on the land very much as a kid, so kind of what you saw at the docks is kind of what you saw
Gotcha.
in total. But there were a few half orcs. A lot of like the bulkier kind of races frequented the docks. Yeah. So yes. Yeah.
So I'm not shocked.
No, you're not shocked. No.
Okay.
But he does stick out in this room full of humans.
Right. Okay.
Well, this is Blumph, and this is
Blumph.
Damien, who's
It's Leo,
Hi.
Celeste, and that's
The one name he forgets.
Alice.
Hello.
I'm Blomf. It's nice to meet you.
Yes. Nice to meet you too. I'm Baradir, but
Good grip.
you can call me Blitz.
Blitz.
So you said
My two.
Alice,
Maybe a little.
Damien, and what did you say?
I'm Kasha.
Kasha.
And Celeste, she's over there.
It's
Yeah.
right here,
You
my
don't
good
see
friend
it.
Celeste.
Don't even ask.
They are both like in agreement that this person is there. You do not see anyone.
Of course. I guess I should grab a chair.
It's
sit on my lap?
a booth that could fit 3 on each side.
Okay, so I'll sit next.
So
to
yeah, so they have an empty seat,
Okay.
and they do have an empty seat, but they are both referring to a person that is definitely not there.
How tall are you?
I'm about 6 feet.
Do you ask him that?
Yes. Yes.
I guess I don't truly know. My mother told me I was 6 foot.
Great. Good to meet you.
Yes.
I'm taller.
I believe I saw you two out in the town square. You caught my eye. I've never seen people like you. Forgive me for saying that.
I start blushing. That's weird.
Can anyone tell? Like, you're already pink. So
I guess that's true.
That's true.
Would you be able to tell?
That's true.
More red?
You are already fully pink, so it's not
The
very
enemy
obvious.
lines appear.
Yeah.
forgive me, that sounded a bit brash. I saw you talking to a man very intently.
Yes, that was us.
I don't know why you stuck out to me, but who are you?
We are a dynamic duo of sorts.
I would call us that, yes.
And very important business. That's why we're here. These don't know who these people are.
I'm blonde.
But, okay. But yes, I'm here on business. So just trying to get that done. Not really here to make friends much.
But we're best friends, Leo. We've been best friends forever.
I'm helping him. I was already his friend.
Is Leo a nickname?
No,
It's his real name. He told me at the door.
It's not.
When he opened the
Don't
door
believe
for
him.
me.
It's not that.
Okay. I don't know what to think of this.
Short
Yeah,
for
you were kind
Leonard.
of you were being attacked from all sides with
Being
these random.
conflicting
You don't know who to
information.
believe. Everyone seems to be telling the truth, at least from their perspective. But it is a madhouse at this booth, and people have started giving glances over there, kind of subtly, still keeping their drinks. But especially Blumph is very loud and kind of booms through the whole tavern, even as loud as it is.
Nice.
Well, it was very nice meeting you. I guess I'll stay here for a bit. I don't know if I'll stay in here until the storm subsides. Yes.
You want some? I kind of is he? Wait, is he still standing?
Do you
No, I'm sad.
He's sitting, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I kind of just pour the little mug over to him. Take your seat, but very good.
Thank you.
You're a sailor, so you're not really as accustomed to the fruity tastes. You kind of like more strong ale, so it is a little fruity for your taste, but you can tell that it is quality wine.
Not exactly the grog I'm used to, but it seems okay. Thank you.
Good, no?
Yes, of course. It makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, you kind of as he's talking, you try not to look him in the eye too much.
So, what brings you to town?
A storm. Sorry. Well, I'm from the eastern coast, and I just happened to wash up ashore about a day's walk west.
Wash up?
Well, I guess I don't mean to dump on you, but I've had no one to talk to, so I was part of a shipwreck about a few clicks offshore of Shelburne. It's on the eastern coast.
Oh.
And somehow ended up a few hundred miles away.
Is everyone okay?
No. As far as I know, I was the only survivor.
Oh dear.
Maybe I can ask Celeste if she knows anyone.
I would be grateful for that. Thank you, Celeste.
Yeah, she's sitting right there.
Oh, thank you, Celeste.
Yes.
I meant like a cry. All right.
No, I got you. I'm not very brave. That's...
What does this Celeste say?
Celeste, do you know any of the ones who died?
She looks at you in your mind, kind of confused. She doesn't speak.
I don't think she knows any of them.
I wouldn't expect her to. They were all people from the eastern coast. I don't imagine anyone would know anyone who was on that ship here. So.
As you're all talking, to some of you have a full table of 6. To others, you are just very frustrated, almost flustered at this point. Like how many more people could enter this tavern? But nevertheless, no, I have a guess. No, but nevertheless, the door swings open once again, and you see the eyes kind of shift towards the door, and you actually see a figure that you players weren't expecting. No, I'm just kidding. No, you see a tall woman, and she has long flowing hair. Stop. She has long flowing hair and a long, elegant white dress, and she kind of like floats into the room. Not literally, but she almost glides across the floor, and you see as eyes turn to her, people turn away from their drink. Some of the more inappropriate or rowdy groups kind of quiet down. Conversation doesn't stop. It's still a busy tavern, but there is a sense of respect as she enters the room. And peeking out from behind her, steps to the side, a young man. Guy, if at last you would like to describe your character.
Let's go. So, yeah. My character is a human, about 24 years old, 5'10", black hair, green eyes, a little darker tan than you're used to on this continent, from what you can tell. Those of you that live here, at least. And he's just wearing black, like citizen-like robes. No armor or anything like that. Just normal. You could use him for one of the townspeople if you were in a pinch. He is carrying a staff though, made of wood, that just kind of goes off in the middle with a streak of silver going through the side.
And you notice as these two figures enter, you are used to greeting the people that come in, washing them down. These two are completely dry. Seem to be unaffected by that. Are you raising your hand?
I am. I didn't want to interrupt.
No, it's UniversiD&D.
Okay.
This
Yes,
is, that's our thing.
Do I recognize either of them for any reason? Like, are they someone of like political power that I should know?
No.
Okay. Great.
You have
Better.
never been this far south. And you would really only, in the books you've read, you would really only recognize maybe the highest of political power, but pictures are not really, like, you see, the people that would, like, you would have to see a painting of them, and people that have paintings of them are very few and far between. The leadership is constantly shifting, so you would probably not recognize many of the political powers if you saw them walk into a room. But she does seem of elegant standing, at least for this small town.
I am just seeing her walk in, immediately leaving the booth, walking up to her.
Whoa.
Okay,
Do I
and
see that happening?
What?
Do I see that happening?
Yes.
I kind of just brought her here, bud. I'm gonna, like, walk between them as they...
Fighting for the girl.
No.
No, but yeah, so you see, as she kind of strides across the room, and she looks around. You see her human companion following behind her. As you approach, steps in front, almost like a bodyguard of sorts.
I mean, haven't seen you around here much. Did see you talking to old Rimor this morning, though.
Oh. So you know him?
And she steps forward and puts her hand on your shoulder. Malik, it is all right. Your name, friend?
Damien Andrano. Pleasure to meet your acquaintance. You know, I was just hoping maybe we could sit down, maybe get a drink together. See
I'm
if
scooting out of the booth.
any.
Damien, what a charming young man you are.
Thank you.
I assume
Thanks.
you are not from town. I have not seen your face before.
You'd be correct.
Yes, and she looks behind you and sees where you had gotten up from the table. What did you say you were doing?
I'm just marching up and
Oh, okay. So she sees
inserting
behind
myself
you
into this situation.
this pink tiefling and also the exotic people that are behind you. Ah, I see you have brought a band of travelers with you.
Don't know them. The only people that really matter right now, I think, are you and I.
Excuse me. I'm gonna like push him out of the way and I'm gonna say, hi there, my name is Kasha.
Elora Nightingale. Nice to meet you.
Hello.
She puts her hand.
I'll shake it awkwardly.
Yeah, she kind of not exactly what she was expecting, but she takes it. She seems kind enough.
I'm so sorry for any of this trouble that my friend Damien might have caused, but did I
No,
hear
no,
you?
please. He was charming.
I give him a look. I'm sorry, sir. Were you talking about our business outside earlier?
Yeah, I hear you solved the case of the missing animals. Me and Laura were sitting outside to have a look, and then we found you there before you got there.
Ah, Malik is right. You are who Raimo called, no?
Right, that's us. Maybe we could help each other.
Sure. Have you made any progress on the case of the missing animals, no?
Well,
Yes, the thing is,
I see. Are you three sitting in the booth?
You mean us four?
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh,
Come on.
mighty.
3.5.
It's with
I guess I'm
me.
just kind of looking at them because I do recognize these two.
She's old, bro.
Yes.
Oh,
so
wait,
you
how-
had seen
She's like 40.
these.
from what I
These two
remember.
outside,
Yeah.
and you had seen also actually
You're like, I'm
Elora
for the
Nightingale
money.
and Malik.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So you had seen actually all 4 of these people that are standing talking in the streets when you were waiting out in the storm.
Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of.
So you do recognize. You have not spoken to any of these people, but you do recognize them all.
Would you like a sip?
Is there a drinking age I would know about?
I did give you a water.
Excuse me.
Is there a drinking
Where
age?
you are not from the Southstead. The drinking age kind of varies region to region. How long would you say you've been? Actually, you just got into the Southstead, so you would not know of a drinking age.
I kind of look over at Celeste. Is she doing anything?
She is drinking.
Yes.
Maybe just a little bit.
Of course.
I take a
Right.
very careful, very small sip,
Okay.
and then put it down and don't drink anymore.
And you have had like maybe a few sips in your lifetime, but this is like you're giving her the wine.
Immediately black. Yeah.
It's it
Vomiting over.
for what you had heard about alcohol, it is quite fruity, but it is still very strong for you.
You like no?
It's Yep. I don't drink anymore.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to ask her. I point at Alora. I don't know her name yet. I'm gonna ask her if she wants a drink. I kind of just like. How would I get up? Am I like in the middle?
So you're
or-
like squeezed into the booth, so you like have to like
I
slide
like, kinda,
out,
like
pry your way out, and you see Celeste stand up and let him go, and then sit back down next to you. Elora. Pointing at Blomf, who comes walking up behind you. I see more of your merry band of travelers is approaching.
They're not actually a part of the mission, though. I think.
Right. As you come up,
Mission.
and you are.
Blomf, would you like a drink? I kind of look at my hand. I didn't bring the drink. 1 second. Pick up the drink. Come back. A sip?
No, thank you, Mr. Blomf. You said.
Blomf, yes. Blomveld. You may have
Charming.
heard of my father. He goes by the Glazeford Gladiator.
I have heard rumors. I'm sorry for your loss. And she turns back to you too.
I just thought
So
down the rest.
yeah, you are just like your totally confident persona is just kind of dropped for a second as you're reminded. She turns back to you two. Just passing through then. Many do not come to Opaz as a destination, just one job and go.
Yes, well, we're just trying to figure out this particular assignment, and then we'll be well on our way.
That is good to hear. And you, Blomf, you said you are not with them. What is your business in town?
Well. Whoa. I was like, well, I mean,
Hello?
I swear I knew it this morning, but now it just escapes me.
I was on my way to Inkbury. I heard there is I remembering that the fighting is more underground.
Yeah, it's on the down.
Yeah, I'm just going. Very obviously, I'm saying I'm trying to hide something. I'm just going there for the business.
Roll deception for me.
Oh, here we go. I'm not very good at that. Oh my god, was not a 1. 6.
Yeah, so she sees right through you. She sees right through you and can tell you're definitely hiding something, but
I
She
think
doesn't
I think
comment
she
on it.
believed it. I'm like,
And you kind of
I go like this.
your moment of vulnerability kind of the confidence builds back up in you as she definitely believes this lie.
Yeah. What is your business in town?
Me,
Yes, you.
I'm the Baroness of Opaz. This is my town, you could say.
This is a beautiful.
Very beautiful. I like it here.
Oh, the town. Thank you.
Yes, the town. What else?
She kind of she strikes you as a type to decide when she is done with conversation. She steps right past Blomf and in between Blomf and you two and glides right past. And Malik, are you following her?
Yep.
Follow Malik, kind of gives you a little eye as as he passes. And she walks up to the bar.
So,
Yes. Something the matter? Did our one-man tech crew is checking the cameras?
Shout out to
Yeah, shout out.
Woo!
The cameras are good. Yeah, okay, good. Okay.
Let's go.
Good to hear. Yeah, so she walks over to the bar, into the bartender, who drops what he's doing, making a drink, places it down, and begins to talk to her. Or are you following? Or from this distance, it's hard to hear. The tavern has kind of come back up in their laughter and their conversation, so it is quite loud again.
I'm gonna kind of pull Damien over and I'm gonna be like, hey, look, I don't like her either, but we might need her for this investigation.
Who said I didn't like her?
Listen, she seems to know something that we don't.
This is true. I don't know how she knew that. Well, never mind. She's the Baroness, so it makes sense that she knows that something's going on. But I don't know. I do have questions for her. But probably not best to ask when an entire tavern might be listening. And I'll look around. Is anyone looking at us?
No one's particularly looking at you except for yes.
I'd like to get up and head towards these two.
We're canon now, raising our hands.
Right here.
I'm gonna head towards these two.
Okay,
See
so you-
that the
you-
Baroness just.
Yeah, you get up and the Baroness walks past you to the bar, and you hear some of their conversation.
Okay. I just want to ask.
So as you start to look around, if anyone's listening, you see Blitz just appear like right behind you.
Yes. Hello. Who is that?
That is
Some
no
baroness
one important. Okay.
Some,
of...
is that is the Baroness of Opaz?
Yes, that
I
is.
want to speak to her.
Why?
I want to just.
Okay.
So Malik, as you are at the bar, you hear her speaking with Franklin, who is the bartender, and she says, "Franklin, a nymph tea for me, and Malik for you."
Just water.
Water. And he, no charge, hands them over as you approach. And she spins around. A drink for you, sir?
No, thank you. But I just have a couple questions. If that
You
is
seem
all
to
right.
be quite ready for battle. The sword and shield. You don't have them in here. I have a few questions. I assume you've like sheathed them
Yeah.
on your back or so.
Well, that has something to do with it.
She takes
don't know what's
a
going on.
long sip from almost like the tea is served in almost like a martini glass looking kind of thing. And it has a little tea bag in it. It looks like it swirls with almost like purple and blue.
Oh, that sounds so good.
I was hoping you could point me in the right direction. Is there happen to be a temple of any kind close by?
Temple, a place of worship, no?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, from your experience, the eastern shores have a lot of temples,
Oh.
but you know other parts of the continent. Some have churches, some have shrines, but they're definitely different ways that they worship.
Yes, temple, any place of worship of any kind.
Not in town, no.
Do you know
Why,
of
are
any
you
place?
looking to say your prayers to the duality? No.
Something like that. Yes. I just have a few unanswered questions. You know.
I
Are
see.
we-
Well, perhaps I could. Yes.
No, we're not
hearing
by
this?
That hand is
No.
so funny.
Unless you are approaching.
I don't know. We were just talking to him, and he was like,
Is there a library or an what's it? An archive? Archive.
Opaz is no, not in town.
Yeah.
We are mostly farmers, not scholars. Malik perhaps could point you in the right direction.
Yeah. What kind of information are you looking for?
I guess I will just say it. Have you ever heard of Valka?
She kind of props up and excuse me. She pulls you to the side. What information would you like to know?
He contacted me, and I was wondering if there was any way to contact him back more regularly.
Velker is, how do you say, not sponsored by the Empire.
I figured. Sorry. I'm sorry if that offended you in any way.
No.
Do you know anything about Valka?
A few things, but as a servant of the Empire, I would feel amiss if I were to talk about them here.
Of course.
No offense to you, Blitz, you said your name was?
Yes.
But I hardly know you.
Wait, how did you know my name?
She forgets who introduced who introduced themselves and not, but yeah.
Okay. Well, I thank you for your time. I will look elsewhere to not offend you.
I wish you luck.
Yes. I'm
And she-
disappointed by this.
She turns back to Malik.
He's
You now have there's a flagon of water.
Not water. It doesn't taste like water.
Yeah, it tastes like the best ale you've ever had, but it is crystal clear.
Does it look? Oh, it doesn't look any different.
No, it's crystal clear.
Bro, like a Sprite. Sorry.
So I saw her pull him in, right?
Yes. You
I immediately get disappointed and go sit down.
I'd like
You
to
get
check
you
up
get
on.
jealous immediately, and
I get like
Oh, you're one of those.
I get like a little sad, but then kind of like mad at myself as I start thinking of someone else,
Oh.
and I pull out my notebook again.
okay.
Am I buying? Can I like actually see what these are? I think in this notebook.
Are you
Did you
trying
go-
to hide it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Sure, roll stealth.
Roll sleight of hand, and you roll perception.
I'm gonna go back to the table as well.
Okay.
I am just awful. 7.
That is 14.
Yeah. So he sits on the opposite side of the table, and it's not easy to read so well as it is on the other side.
Yes.
But it is pretty clear to see as he has it open on the table, kind of trying to fumble through the pages, trying to keep it hidden, but also being unaccustomed to dipping the quill in the ink and like not really being able to conceal it too well. So you do get a good glimpse of what is happening.
Okay.
What do I see anything?
Nothing is written in it at the moment.
What are you reading? I point directly at
Directly to a blank page.
It's not that type of book. I'm the one.
like a coloring book.
Yes, exactly that.
Oh, I love coloring books.
Okay, well it's mine, not yours. So, I write.
I have a right.
Oh,
I
okay.
give him a look like, sorry.
I'm back at the table now.
Okay.
Just kinda
And
lost in
so
the
the
thought.
5 of you are at the table as well. So the 5 of you sit at the table, and Malik is
Yeah.
up at the bar having a drink with Elora Nightingale.
In the book, I'd like to write. Does anyone have eyes on Sierra Andrano? Parentheses or no surname.
I'm gonna be peeking over nosily.
Okay. Are you signing it?
You sign my name.
Okay, you sign your name. You see, as you have blue writing, and you have seen the yellow writing before, you see like a lavender color ink with the completely different handwriting. It looks almost flowery in its design.
That's sick.
And it says, more information required, period. And this is like writing in real time. And it's like, city of residence, ?
Oh, what's the Solaris?
Is the
Right.
capital of the...
Right.
Yes.
I'm gonna write location unknown, possibly Solaris, human girl, auburn hair, green eyes, possibly in the Royal Guard.
In the same purple flowery font. I will have Arlyle look into it. -KY.
Who's that you're writing about?
Just another one of my friends, I suppose. I'm just looking for someone.
I see my downed cup. It's empty. I want more. I kind of.
And like you see, like as he's like doing this multiple times, like chips of wood like start to as he's sliding across. You don't really feel anything, but
Of course. I stand up and I start to make my way to the bottle once more. Is Malik?
Malik is finishing his drink.
Is he at the bar?
He's at the bar
Yeah,
with the
this
Laura
point-
Nightingale, who has what?
At this point, I already asked Laura, like, hey, what's that Norse dude all about?
Norse dude?
Oh, no, what?
They're not.
What were you talking about, Widow?
Oh, with Blitz.
Yeah, Blitz.
Nothing of importance. He was inquiring about town activities.
Okay.
You must be nothing. And you finish off your drink. She sets down her like martini glass tea, and the table rattles as you like slam your cup down.
I'd like another. I kind of like look around for the bar. Where's the bartender?
Yep, he is currently walking away from Allura. He was sharing their drink with them, but he is attending to a few other people, and sees you in 1 second, and fixes their drink real quick.
Oh, okay.
So,
I kind of look at Malik. I did not meet you. I am Blomf.
Nice to meet you, Blom.
Ah, what is your name?
I am Malik.
Malik?
Yeah.
Like,
Malik Silverleaf.
Malik Silverleaf.
write that down. Write that down.
No, how long it took to come up with that name?
Are you and Miss Baroness like a thing? Are you together?
No. Actually, I just got to this town about a week ago.
Oh.
Been working for her ever since.
Oh, so you're like a
She's standing right next to you as you
Yeah,
talk.
that's why I'm
she's
like-
kind of she's kind of giving you the side eye, like giving you the benefit of the doubt for now. But as you're talking like about her,
yeah.
she's like definitely right next to you.
So you're like a bodyguard.
She turns to you now. Malik is an apprentice of sorts. He just got into town about a week ago, same as you, who just got in today.
I got here like an hour ago,
Yes.
not a week ago.
Right.
Yeah.
The bartender comes over now. Yes, friend. How can I help you?
I'd like 2 more.
The Gremlock wine?
Leo. A Gremlog, yeah?
Yeah, that's what Leo said before. You're a big spender, bud. 2 more?
Yes.
Alright, he takes...
1 gold piece, right?
Yes, 1 more gold piece. He takes the glasses from you, takes another gold piece, and fills them again with another bottle. Pass them to you.
Thank you. I give one of them to Malik.
Oh.
No, please. It is an honor to meet you. I've always wanted to be like a bodyguard when I was younger, but now I seem to have found a better, a more something a little closer to what I actually truly want to do. But I value your work as a bodyguard. I walk away.
I'm like,
So once again, Elora kind of takes where Blomfuss takes a
I
spot.
was being completely genuine that whole time.
He is quite the fast talker. Malik, do you know these people who just gotten into town?
No, yeah, but I think I'll get to know him soon enough. And I'm gonna like start if she's not saying anything else.
Very well. Forgive me. I am supposed to be making my rounds across town. She comes up to your table now, Malik, trailing behind her. I was checking on the townsfolk throughout the storm, and the Dueling Trunks has not let me down as usual, but I'm afraid I must be going. It was so nice to meet you all. Perhaps, Malik, you could stay. Keep an eye over the tavern, Franklin, and she points to the bartender, and our new guest.
Of course. Seems like a very interesting bunch here.
And it does. It very much does.
Flex.
Yeah,
These
look
are
at like the half
very
orc
interesting
and like the tiefling that like no one in this town ever saw before.
Wow.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Malik, please let me know if anything happens.
Yeah, of course. And
I will be around. And she pivots and heads out of the tavern, swings the doors, and steps out into the rain. You hear as more thunder booms off in the distance, and the wind kind of like blows the doors in, and they swing till they shut.
The doors come in. How did she like open them? Like,
Correct. She
oh,
opens.
that's
So.
like pushing. I was like, I was about to make a joke, but like, it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Hey,
You ruined the joke,
Yeah.
TM.
hey,
Stop it with consistency.
Yes, Leo.
can you go? Can you go get me
Is
some
this
more?
are you tired of this bit yet?
Can you go get me some
No.
more of that wine? Giving you gold.
He condescendingly flicks the gold at you.
Hey, you want wine?
Yes. I'm getting.
The Warlock wine?
That's the one.
Okay, like a kid that has like a quarter to go like spend on like a gumball, like
Yes.
hurriedly run.
And Franklin is like just now walking back from like making your drink. Back already, you
Hey,
are
another
a
wine.
big spender and
Warlock
a
wine,
fast
please.
drinker. All right. And you handed him a gold piece.
I did.
So he comes back with 2 more. Feel free to have as many of these as you'd like. We're
Thank you, bye.
I'm gonna, while he's doing that, I'm gonna go find a chair for my new friend Malik.
Okay, and you do. And there's one at the table of like 3 humans, 2 girls, and a guy sitting there rolling dice, and they seem to be like betting. And are you asking them for a chair?
Yeah, is this seat taken? May I take this?
No, sure. Whatever you like.
I'll drag it over and. Here you
They
go.
kind of expecting you to sat down.
Oh. Oh.
But yeah, and you take it. They don't say anything, but
Wait, thank you. I didn't get your name yet. Actually, I think I only know the name of our friend Bloomf there.
Blumph, yes.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm kind of coming back. I slam on the table, and I toss one.
Thank
to
you.
And I have one more. I'm like, do you also want this one? Or
I'll take it.
can we
Take the other
share?
one.
I'm still holding it.
We can share.
I let go.
And still thinking about that person, I'm just chugging this wine.
okay.
Damn, bro.
Just
Yeah, you might say he was really, really thirsty.
You feel, Damien, feel a presence as you hear another outside. You feel a presence almost in your bag. Not vibrating, but
My cell phone. Sorry.
but you feel it like get a little colder, and you pull out, and it is the book, and you open it, and you see a red ink in rather rough letters, and it says, "I will search for this Sierra. I will update you. Arlyle."
Well, now you don't have to worry about that. Hi, Malik. I'm
Yeah, what just
Tasha.
happened?
Wow, crazy storm, huh? Look around.
Yeah, and as you do,
Kesha.
the like rafters are like shaking, and it is just pouring rain, hard as ever. It has not let up at all.
Well, nice to meet you. And your friend over here? As a gesture.
This is Damien. He's having a rough day.
Damien?
Getting the rest of the wine.
And
Damn.
Bleats, I heard, right? As I hand him the wine.
Please,
I got.
yes. Thank you.
I look around for Leo.
This is Alice.
I know this isn't Leo.
Hello.
Hi, my name is Alice, and on the other side of Blump is my friend Celeste.
Yes.
So you see, there's a sixth spot in the booth. You have pulled up a chair to make a seventh seat, as an empty space appears where she is gesturing to Celeste.
Celeste, huh? Well, I guess. Well, kids are kids. And I'm just gonna ignore it too.
Celeste is very nice. She shook my hand.
And what brings the lot of you to town?
Business.
Mission.
I 100% believe him at face value. So, business, and only you two. I don't know why.
I am going south, but I had to come here before I could go further south.
Okay. What? Why are you going south? Are you going alone?
Well, Celeste is with me. But it's just us.
Okay. And you gonna do something there?
I'm gonna. There's someone I think I need to find.
Okay. If you say so.
I'm sorry, did you say where you were heading?
I
Or did you just say south?
just right now I said
Okay.
south.
No, you're good.
Wow.
And as you all sit there, you hear another and again, just the shutters on the window shake. And people like start to like bundle up. It's getting colder in here. It's probably not 100% safe from the elements.
I'm still wet. Can you?
I am so
I don't ask that because I don't know.
right.
But I say, I'm so wet. Ah.
I'm so sorry about that. Hang on, and I'll pull up my wand.
Who's on the end? Who are the two on the end that isn't Malik, not facing? Who's on the end of the booth? The
I
two
think
ends?
it's
I'm on the end. Blitz says.
and Celeste.
Celeste is on the end.
Right.
So
So
then
so
that's me
you
and then
so
it's-
okay. So Blomf and Blitz make a perception check.
My first roll.
You instantly die.
Perception, you said?
12.
Hey, that's I'm proficient. That's 19.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a +5. And I got a 12.
Wow, Blomf
okay.
is showing you up. So Blomf, you see, out of the corner of your eye, at a table towards the center of the room, as you kind of like drift off, a woman, a black-haired human woman, points to the far corner of the tavern next to the bar, where you know the stage is, as you see. And you see over there is a table, just a round table that is set up near the stage, and a few like young men sit there, and one of them is getting up. He has black hair, and he looks pretty fit, pretty attractive. He's like got a little like rustled hair, and he steps onto the stage, and this woman is pointing at him as if in excitement, as if she knows him or knows what he's about to do or something. And as she does this, and you notice, a few of the other people start to notice either him or the lady pointing, and the chatter in the tavern, and you all hear this kind of slowly falls into a hushed conversation.
Guys, look over there.
And you do, and you see this same sight.
I know. Guys.
This young man with short black hair wears like a red like traveler's vest and like an open collared shirt, and steps onto the stage and addresses the whole of the audience. You guys are on the far wall, so it's a little difficult to see over all the people, but you can definitely hear him since the people have kind of hushed to allow for him to speak. He says, "Hello, people of the Dueling Trunks!"
Leo! It's my
And people kind of like turn
best
around
friend.
and like, shh.
Oh.
And he kind of looks at you. "How are we tonight?" And the tavern gives a pretty enthusiastic like whoop as and pretty much all conversation dies down at this point to nothing. You know me, Kit Rethgar. And with me today are two of my very good friends whom you know and love, Ronnie and Ren. And you see Blomf at the table you'd seen before nearby the stage. The other two young men stand up. One of them also has black hair that's cut in almost like a buzz cut type of thing. And then the other has like long, curly red hair. They're both, all three of them are human. And the other two step up on the stage kind of behind him and they give a little wave to the crowd. And you get like a woo woo. As people apparently know who this is. And what the man with black hair, like buzz cut, he looks a little older than the other two. But you all see he has a lute strapped around his back and kind of like holds onto it. Kit Rethgar speaks again. "We know the storm outside is a bit of a doozy, so we decided what better way to heighten the moods of everyone than to drink a little, laugh a little, and cry a little. That is right, ladies and gentlemen, the wine-infused wyvern spurs," and they all like, kind of like give a little like whoop as he's addressing the three of them, "will be reprising their performance of Pua, and you give a laugh. No one else in the room laughs. Pua, a brush with death. Our play that is a town favorite. Even Miss Nightingale herself agrees." And like applause throughout the tavern. This is definitely something that people know.
Pua!
And it dies down again. I've never heard of it. In just a few short moments, our show will be up and ready to go. Talk amongst yourselves for the time being, but we do sincerely hope you will enjoy and consider expressing your enjoyment with generous donations. And he takes off his hat and like puts it at the front of the stage. It like has like a feather in it, and he throws it down. And you see like people like immediately nearby like kind of like throw a few silver in it.
I haven't even done anything.
I know he has not done anything, but these people.
I mean, he's pretty true.
I mean, you know, and he is. But you can tell this is a small town, and they probably have. This is probably the only troupe of bards that plays here often, and they talk about reprising a play, Pua, a brush with death. So then they step off the table, they go back to whatever they were doing, and the chatter resumes.
I turn to Damien and ask, should we try to get out of here before that starts?
Unless you want to go back into the storm, I think we're here for the time being.
Oh boy.
And you hear, as he speaks, the rain almost like gets more intense than it was before, and is just now like battering down the roof of this building. You see over the next few minutes, Kit and Ronnie and Ren, who he had introduced before, they like pop in and out of the large curtain that is that covers the stage, or is on the back of the stage. There is a large apron in front of the curtain. They're wheeling out like a large flat painted with like a tree and like a small crate, like almost like one that like town criers would stand on, and they put it on like the like downstage left portion of the stage. Yeah, the stage direction. And but no one's on stage for the time being. Once they set up, they go backstage, presumably to change costumes, get set up for the show.
What? I know it's dark outside, but like, can I tell like relatively what time of day it is?
Yeah. So when you got in, it was about 1 or 2 o'clock, and now it's probably 3 or 4, maybe 5.
Okay. I'm gonna. Is the
You've been in the tavern quite a while.
Yeah.
Quite a while.
I'm gonna go up to the bartender.
Okay.
I assume he's still at the bar.
Yep, he is. He's making a drink for someone, and he hands it to him.
How much for a room for the night?
Yeah. just have this written down.
I'm still at the table, right?
Yeah, room is 5 silver pieces. One night, one room.
Yeah, so I'll just drop a gold and walk.
All right. Your key, sir.
Oh, yes.
And he hands you that. It's the second one, just to the right of the stairs.
Alright, and I'm going there, just completely ignoring the show.
Okay.
It's ridiculous.
So you go up to your room.
You're an asshole.
I know.
You didn't say bar or anything?
Yeah, and you see people kind of like glare at you like,
Oh, and also, well, actually, before I leave, I order one more drink.
okay. Okay, like an ale.
No, another wine.
Oh, another Gremlock wine.
Yeah.
Do
Okay.
I see this?
That is
happening?
another 5 silver.
Okay.
pieces.
Well, then I get
Well,
gold.
yeah. And so that pays for the
Wow.
wine in the room.
Cool. Grab the wine, go to my room.
And he says, Trick told me you had a tab open, 6 silver.
Toss another gold on there.
All right.
Walk off.
Thank you for your service.
That's what you get, punk. Do I see this happening?
Are you still at the table?
I'm still at the table.
Like, there's a new spot at the table.
Hey, your friend, where is he going?
You go up to the room, open it. It's a small like bunk bed, just cot. It's very small. It's quaint. It has a window that is covered and kind of shaking right now with the outside storm.
I'm looking around for my friend.
Roll perception.
Ooh, my first roll. 16.
Yeah, I mean he's not trying to hide it or
Yeah.
anything. He walks up to the bar and then you see him grab a key, grab a drink, head up the stairs to the like terrace that surrounds it, heading to the second door on the right.
Excuse me, please. And I'm frustratingly. I'm trying to quell my frustration as I head up after him.
Okay. Are the rest of you doing anything? Or?
Stay and watch the show.
Okay. All right. So,
Yeah,
you,
I think I'll stay. I love a good show.
so you head up the stairs again, getting the side eye from patrons that like you're not staying to watch this beautiful piece of theater.
Oh.
But so as you head up and you knock on the door,
I pound on the
you
door.
pound on the door and you hear just like this.
By this point, I like to think I've kind of like put my weapons down, like take some of my armor off,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
more
So you're
cash.
getting more comfortable for the night.
Open the door. Yes.
Did you forget something?
You know, I don't think we're really at the stage where I invite you up to my room, so I think I'm just gonna go for the night. And I start to close the door.
Look, that's not even what I meant. I thought that we were kind of like a little team here, and that if
We
you were
are.
going up for the night, then maybe you should have said something to me, and I can get my own room. And thank you for paying for dinner, which I'm assuming you did.
I did. I did do that.
You could have just let me know. That's all.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. And I shut the door.
And he does. He slams it right in the face.
I'm gonna stay. It's like a little
Yep.
little balcony that's around.
Surrounds. Yeah.
I'm gonna stay up there, but like poke my feet through and watch the performance from over
Okay.
here.
So you sit down on the wood. It kind of smells of like old wood. That's kind of like a little bit damp. There's a few cobwebs. Nobody's really goes up to the inn all that often, so they don't really clean up there. But it is a nice enough place to sit down. A nice view of the stage.
Like a minute after I slam the door in her face, I'll open the door with like the wine in my hand and be like, if you want to come in, you can.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna get up and like set out like my little cloak like on the floor
In his room.
in his room.
So you the four of you see Kasha enter Damien's room as they go up for the night at 4:00.
I feel like I'm not paying attention. I'm
Yeah,
kind
so-
of lost.
I'm aloof. I'm looking around and I see that. I kind of like point at Blitz. Oh. Give him a little look.
Yes, interesting.
I have no idea what's going on.
He doesn't
No
look.
idea what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Are they having a sleepover?
Yeah. So you two in the room, are you doing anything?
Drinking?
Okay. So you brought your
Yeah.
drink upstairs.
Then I'll kind of like sit on the cot and be like, do we... Look, I'm making friends is great, but do we really want to be hanging around all of these people? I mean, I kind of thought this was, like our thing.
I don't know. Your mission. I like them.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's just one of them can apparently see someone who's either invisible, a ghost, or something that I can't even come up with.
Well, don't you think then she needs someone to travel with her? She's...
Sounds like she has someone already.
Give him the meanest look. I don't know. She's younger than I am.
I know. I feel bad for her, but I'm not here to be... I don't know. Look, obviously we're in this together. You saved my life. I'm pretty sure I don't even like to imagine what would have happened if you hadn't gone all, whatever you did with your wand. But I don't know. The more people that travel with us, I don't know, the things that I'm doing here, like that we're doing, I think are supposed to be like kind of a secret. But when we invite, so many people, I don't know.
I understand. We don't have to travel with them if you don't want to.
Let's just think about it. In worst case scenario, we all end up together and go on an amazing adventure that I've always, wanted to do, but I don't know. They just don't strike me as the type of people like you that would be willing to risk their lives for mine. And I don't know if I'd be entirely willing to risk mine for theirs yet.
I don't think a week ago I was the type of person who was going to risk my life for yours.
That's true.
I thought I had lost everything the day I met you. And I'm so grateful to be traveling with you, and I don't fully understand what I'm doing here, but I think I'm the kind of person that needs people. I want friends again, and you're great. You're a great friend, and all of your book friends, they're cool too, but
All right, let me be honest. I work for the Secret Order. It's called the Order of the Arcane Eye. This book allows me to communicate to other agents. We're like a group of big bounty hunters, and we're going around, and I wanted to tell someone, but I don't trust anyone except you.
Damien!
And then I start chugging more.
you just finish the rest of it off as you tell her like your entire life story leading up to this. He lays a lot on you at once, like fully trusting you, but you take a drink and just silent for a few minutes.
Thanks for trusting me. So that's why we're on a mission.
Yes. I'm supposed to investigate... Well, the Order is supposed to investigate this, mystical... I don't know... abnormalities, I suppose, and... I don't know. I just think that, I'm pretty much a secret agent at this point. And it's hard to keep things secret when, 7 people know the secret.
Well, then you should have just told me.
Well, to be fair, we haven't traveled that long together.
But you trust me. You said you did.
I know, that's what I said.
It's up to you, I guess. For now, do you want to watch the show?
Let's watch the show.
As you finish your conversation, you hear like a muted horn of some type introduce as you open the door. It becomes louder, and it is the shaved, black-haired, older, not too old, but older than the other two man. Either Ronnie or Ren, you don't know which one is which. And he is standing to the side of the stage, and Kit Rethgar stands now on the box that you had seen placed. Where are the 4 of you?
I'm still sitting at the table.
Okay.
I haven't moved.
Me too.
The 4 of you are
I'm
at the
digging
table.
my feet over again.
on the opposite side, and you two are dangling your feet over. So the room is probably like 100 feet across, from one wall to the other, and you are up the stairs. So you all see Kit Rethgar stand on this like town crier type box is what I'm calling it. He's dressed in a different clothes than he was before, probably a costume. It is a like tan 3-piece suit, definitely costume. It doesn't look like some like luxury suit that he's bought, but he is wearing that, and he has like a scroll in his hand. And everyone, like all the conversation in the tavern, hushes once again. Welcome to the show. And that's where we're gonna pick up after the break.
Hey.
We're gonna take a quick break. Whoa. And we will see Pua, A Brush with Death, afterwards.
Sorry, I just think I love that name. I love it.
Pua.
Yes, yeah. And we're gonna take a quick break. So we will be right back.
Hey.
Welcome back to UniversiD&D. Before the break, our 6 new adventurers found themselves in the Dueling Trunks, a tavern in Opaz, in the midst of a terrible storm. What are you doing?
There's 7.
There's definitely 7 of us.
There is 7 of us.
30. There's definitely 7 of us.
Yeah, there's 7 of us.
What about
Celeste.
Christine?
Oh, Celeste.
What?
Right. I
thought a little
you
consideration,
guys
yeah.
make me feel like I'm crazy. Yes, and they all met each other in the Dueling Trunks, as well as a few of the townspeople, including Alora Nightingale, who is the Baroness of Opaz. Before we went to break, Kit Rethgar, a local bard, or so you've gathered, stood up on the stage and announced that him and a few of his friends that called themselves the wine infused Wyvern Springs will be performing a reprise of their play Pua, A Brush with Death, which is a local classic. Yes. So we pick up. Damien and Kasha are sitting on the terrace on the 2nd floor with their legs over the balcony, and the 4 of you and Celeste as well are sitting at the booth on the far wall away from the stage. It's a little difficult to see from where you are at the table, but it's still possible, and you can hear well because most people are either fully engaged watching what is happening on the stage or minding their own business, not really engaging in conversation. So, Kit Rethgar stands on the box that you saw, the crate that was placed on the stage to make himself more visible. Welcome to the show. Tonight, we will be telling you the story of Pua. Before we begin, we would like to warn the audience that this story will have lots of blood. And the audience gives a woohoo. Ooh. And death. And the audience gives a woohoo. And just a little bit of love. So, let us set the stage for our production of Pua, A Brush with Death. And the audience claps. A few of the waiters that are coming around take some of the candles and lanterns that are nearby the stage and dim them so that it is darker, creates more of a theatrical and dramatic tone to the room. So, I mean, lanterns are still lit in the back. You can still see perfectly fine, but there is more of a hushed atmosphere. Kit Rethgar steps down from the box and looks to the curtain. You wait about 30 seconds, 45 seconds, and you see a small thumbs up peek through the curtain, right through the center. The cue to start. Kit Rethgar takes this cue and begins acting as the narrator of the play. Our story begins a long time ago, but recent enough to still be relatable. The scene is set, and the curtain rises on a young Pua. And you see enter from behind the curtain the red-headed actor from before. He is dressed in a flowing gown that goes to his knees, but it looks like it goes to the floor because he is kneeling to appear shorter. He has a flower crown atop his head. Kid Rethgar continues. Pua is a gnomish girl, born to a family of gnomes in Aurelia, just outside the city of Kayana. The year is 1313 FS, and Pua is 16 years old. She leads a normal life, spending many of her days reading books down by the riverside outside her house. The actor playing Pua waddles over to the flat of a tree that you'd seen on stage and leans against it, reading a book. But one day, as Pua returned from her daily reading, disaster had struck. Pua heard screams coming from her home, and she rushed towards it. Night had fallen, but through the window, Pua could see the silhouette of a large figure slashing down at her parents, splattering blood across the window. And you see the third actor, the other black-haired, little older gentleman, come on stage now, portraying one of the parents. He falls dramatically, and you can kind of just see his silhouette, and fake blood spurts out as he falls to the floor. Pua rushed inside to help her parents, but the figure was gone. Her mother and father lay, bleeding out, on the floor of her front room as they gave their final words. And the other actor, who's now laying on the floor, Pua has rushed to her side, acts out the dying scene. Pua! Avenge us! And you see him squirt the blood packet again, and it spits up in the actor playing Pua's face, and he dramatically And you see, it is a horrible overacting. The story is probably over exaggerated in general, but these actors are not really the best. They are just the local theater troupe. But the audience in the tavern is just eating it up. They are laughing. They are so engaged already. And you hear another as thunder cracks outside. The storm is very much still raging on. The narrator continues the story. Pua's heart was broken, but she knew what she had to do. She began training non-stop, learning to harness the arcane power from the nature around her. The actor who played one of the parents before now comes out and plays, he takes the lute off his back and plays a lute solo on the side of the stage as the narrator starts speaking, an energetic lute solo. The actor playing Pua now does some pantomime training movements, punching and kicking at the air and doing totally fake magic incantations, as you can tell.
That's real. That's the whole bit.
And then when the actor... Pua spent time by the river, learning how to make it bend and flow to her will. She went to the tribes northward, near the volcanoes, learning how to extract fire and earth for elemental destruction. And between her training, she kept reading her books, becoming a scholar of all things arcane in nature. Before long, Pua was a powerful wizard, ready to set out to avenge her parents. The actor ends his lute solo, and he acts now as one of the people of Aurelia, in a tribal outfit. You get the feeling he's playing every part that isn't Pua or the narrator. He is now pantomiming a conversation with Pua. The tribal people of Aurelia told Pua of the threat that loomed over their land. Ultimenyon, a powerful necromancer who summoned vast armies of skeletons that wreaked havoc on their tribes. Pua thought this must be the same force that killed her parents. The tribal people also told her of the Pendant of Enchanted Life, a magical item that was said to be powerful enough to bring back the dead, though no one had ever managed to find it and use its power. It was said to be located in the heart of Mount Kilikina, where nobody dared to go. They bring out a prop boat and oar from backstage and kind of set it up around the actor playing Pua. Pua sits in it and begins rowing as the other actor moves it across the stage. It is pretty cheap effects, but it is getting the job done. The audience is loving it. Pua set sail to Malpopo, the city at the base of Kilikina. In the city, she asked around, searching for a guide to take her to the top of the deadly volcano. But in her search, she found more than just a guide. As Pua walked through the streets of Malpopo, she ran into a Mr. Ezio Landor. The third extraneous actor is now dressed as like a typical safari adventurer, looking like he just returned from a jungle expedition, like with a hat and everything. He is Ezio Landor. Ezio was a young man who traveled to Alawala from mainland Everidge, hoping to map out the uncharted areas of the new empire. Ezio offered to take Pua to the top of Mount Kilikina for no charge. The two of them set out for the volcano, quickly falling in love. They trekked over lava rivers and magma bursts for weeks, and the two actors are pantomiming this as he narrates it, making the horrible climb to the top of the volcano. But along the way, they found comfort in one another, finding that they had much more in common than initially thought. Finally, after a week of intense journey, the pair reached the small cavern at the top of Mount Kilikina, which supposedly led to the inner workings of the volcano. But as they began to venture inside, they heard a terrible cackling from within. You see the third actor, who has gone off stage from playing Ezio Landor, now comes dressed in all black with a robe and a hood that covers his figure. He delivers like a horrible, villainous monologue. Ha ha ha! You are too late, Pua of Alawala. It is I, Ultimenyon. Perhaps your romance only slowed you down. Your parents will never be saved now. And like it is horribly overacted, but people are like leaning on the edge of their seats in the tavern. It is just cheesy villainous monologue too. Whoever wrote this obviously did not put much thought into it. But the patrons of the Dueling Trunks and the people of Opaz have never had an adventure such as this, so they take every word of it as truth. Pua and Ultimenyon had the ultimate showdown atop Mount Kilikina, their arcane wheels clashing against one another. Pua would throw globs of fire at Ultimenyon, who would respond with chilling, soul-siphoning blasts. The actors mind fighting along with the narration, but it is not as cool as it sounds because they're just like, nothing is coming out of their hands as Kid Rethgar is making it sound. The two battled for hours until Ultimenyon retreated into the depths of the cavern at the top of the volcano. The third actor, who is playing Ultimenyon, heads backstage, presumably for another costume change. Pua looked around now, seeing no sign of Ezio, her new lover, anymore. Ultimenyon must have taken her without her noticing. Pua heard a voice booming through the cavern ahead of her that said, "Perhaps our fight is getting a bit boring for you. Maybe you would prefer to kiss and make up." You get the feeling these horrible one-liners are definitely not how this went down, if this went down at all. Pua gasped as she saw emerge from the shadows the form of her new love, Ezio. But Ezio was not his normal self, for he had been turned into a horrible undead zombie. And then, you hear gasps from the audience. The other actor limps on stage now in fully costume changed. He is horribly zombified, and it is like really detailed makeup. The lute is strapped around his back, and he is dressed like an undead Ezio Landor, her lover. Pua began to cry, for she knew what must come next. You hear already a choke sob in the audience. Yeah, perhaps it's Blum. Pua reached out her wand and blasted Ezio away. The actor playing Pua reaches out with her wand, looking away from the zombie Ezio. She mimes a blast of arcane energy towards him. But the zombified actor coming towards her does not stop or act affected by the pantomimed blast from Pua's wand. The narrator is about to go on, but he looks back and sees the actor still approaching. He repeats his line, hinting to the actor that he just missed his cue. and blasted Ezio away. The actor playing an undead Ezio keeps approaching and comes all the way across the stage to Pua. The audience is like on the edge of their seats. And this horribly grotesque form takes the lute out from around his back and swings with full force, hitting the actor playing Fua dead in the face. It smashes over his head and knocks him to the floor.
This is a really good play.
It doesn't look like a staged moment. Maybe to Blom. The zombified actor kneels now over the now prone Pua. Yes?
Yes, did I ever see this play before? Or hear of it?
No. It's just a local play.
Well, yes, I've been here for a while.
What?
I've been here for a while.
No. It has not been performed recently here.
Okay.
You two start to get up and,
I know
and start
something's
to
wrong?
head down the stairs, maybe.
Well, can I go get my stuff
you've
from the
never heard
room?
of
How close am I?
Look at my
Yeah. Is
Sure.
something
So
wrong?
you kind of
Yeah.
sensing that something is wrong. You start to like pack up, and the rest
Oh,
of you.
okay. If you
How-
know.
I mean, I'll
cast sleep
still
on
watching the show.
You're casting sleep on someone.
Yeah.
You don't know. Wait. What?
I'm
Didn't
just getting
you
my
just
stuff
say
just
they
in
know
case
okay,
I'm
drunk?
scared.
You're 100 feet away. What's the range on
I'm
sleep?
100. It's 100 feet
a
inside
big
the tavern.
I just said that. Yeah, I
Yes.
said that before the break.
You did.
Holy crap!
He did say that.
Just grabbing my stuff,
Yeah.
putting the armor
they're
back
not
on.
Yeah,
and
he's,
whatever.
he's just being cautious.
Yeah.
You're casting sleep
What?
on these actors.
1 second. Didn't know I was in the
Maybe.
biggest tavern in the universe.
It's a mall. What is it?
Well, as you start to get on the
I'm
edge of
gonna
your seat.
walk. Can I walk 10 feet before I do that?
90 feet range.
Yeah. Okay. So Malik starts to sense something, but this all happens very quickly. So you kind of
I mean,
sense it all at the same time.
but like he's kneeling down this way. Okay, sure.
Yeah. The narrator has not stopped.
This is supposed to happen. Relax.
This all happens in like a
That's
matter
no
of
problem.
just seconds.
Right.
Describing.
Oh yeah.
The zombified actor kneels down over Pua and begins to slash with sharp claws that protrude from his skin, cutting deep into the other actor's belly and sides. Blood flying into the face of this zombified horde. It doesn't look quite like the blood that they had spurting.
Knocking an arrow.
All right.
Can I jump up
Holy
and is there like bathrooms or a back room or anywhere?
There's behind the bar.
Is there anyone behind there?
I'm either gonna be a hero
The bartender.
or a murderer.
One or the other.
I'm gonna jump up and go hide behind the bar.
Okay.
How
Alright.
close
I'm
am
gonna
I?
cast sleep on him.
You guys are 100 feet away. You're starting to.
Literally, like I'm casting sleep.
I'm-
So you want me to roll the d8? I rolled the
How
5.
to, how does sleep work?
He falls asleep.
Did the roll?
If he has less than so much HP.
Okay.
13, 15, 16. Does he have 22 HP or less?
No, he has a lot more than that.
Okay, sure. He doesn't fall asleep. Nothing happens.
All right. So
I'm-
as everyone in the tavern is very very calm,
Okay.
Yeah.
and you guys are the only people getting up.
I don't know what's up.
Okay, let me describe the scene. All right. The actor playing Pua lying down on the floor. Take
And
that spell slot away.
he's not at all like
Um,
screaming for his life or anything right now, right?
No, hold on. I'm describing it. The actor playing
Yeah.
Pua cries out in agony. Next one. With either the best acting chops that came out of nowhere
Good actor.
or in actual pain. As this grotesque zombie is turned around now, you see what appears to be mushrooms sprouting from the zombie's back, tearing through the thin shirt he wears. The patrons of the tavern now start to realize what's going on, and they begin to scream as everyone quickly realizes that this is no longer part of the show.
What is happening?
You see the narrator realize this as well, and he mouths something and quickly runs off stage into the audience. The patrons rush away from the stage, some out of the tavern completely, into the terrible storm. Others hide behind tables and counters, as now this zombified form turns out. The zombified actor, he turns away from this now mangled body of the actor playing Pua. You see this thing's eyes have gone stark white, and it lets out this horrible sound. It looks out over the tavern audience and sees the 6 of you now on your feet. Some of the only people that haven't turned and run. I need you all to roll initiative.
Did I get a shot off?
Yeah, so I can say you got a
Okay.
shot off.
Cool.
So go ahead and roll an attack on it.
Ooh, that's
Wow, that's pretty good.
24. to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
I think that would hit.
Roll damage.
Oh, max damage, baby. That's 11.
Okay, 11 points of damage for
Yes.
against this zombified actor.
I'm actually exactly where I want to be. Not by it. I'm long range.
Perfect.
That's good.
Okay. All right. So you from the top of the stairs, as you start to head down, you're one of the first people to realize. You and Malik have kind of like gathered early that this is not part of the show by any means, and so you knock an arrow and shoot it, and you hit this thing dead in the chest, and it kind of and it lets like a little like spore almost out of its body as like this gas that was like built up inside it kind of comes free.
Let's not. touch that.
Okay. What everyone roll for initiative? Santiago.
I
Not bad.
go to 19.
19.
Natural 18. Yeah, it's 19.
12.
17.
2.
14.
21.
Okay, so Malik is up first.
It's okay.
So you are on your feet, and you
90
walk
feet away.
10 feet ahead, so you are 90 feet ahead.
Whatever. 30 feet of movement. I'm 60 feet away now.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this thing is just now about to like step off the stage, and you see, it is looking at it now. It's definitely not a regular actor. I mean, this thing is like it has slash marks over it, even though it's only been hit by one arrow. It looks
Like battered, yeah.
very much undead, and eyes stark white, mushrooms sprouting out from all over it. Gee, what are you doing?
I'm casting Frostbite at it.
Okay. Is that a save?
Roll me a dex save.
Dex save?
Dex save.
20?
That saves, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Unless.
Nothing happens.
Okay. All right. Is that your whole turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Blumph, it's your turn.
Perfect. Kind of realizing that this is not a play.
Yeah, you kind of like just finished clapping before you like see everyone else.
Yeah. I'm already on my feet. I run.
Okay.
I run at them. 30 feet.
And you can dash as an action to double that.
Oh really? I'd like to dash.
Okay. So you get 60 feet, and you're within 30 feet. As you get closer, you see all the patrons scurrying the other way, and there are now upturned tables that like lay on their side, and chairs, things like that everywhere. People have jumped behind the bar. You saw the narrator jump behind the bar. So it's like debris and chaos as you approach.
Okay.
That's your whole turn. That's your action.
Yeah. I think that's all I can do.
Okay. Blitz, it is your turn.
Okay, so through all this, I've been thinking a lot. I haven't really been watching the show, but I understand what's happening now. I feel like Blitz has been thinking a lot about Valkyr, and he just goes, you know what? I'm gonna try it. So he's gonna grab his lightning bolt necklace, look at the zombie, and point his sword at it, which, by the way, has this cool lightning bolt etched into the blade.
By the way.
Yeah, so you see as he pulls this sword and this shield, a lightning bolt etched through the blade, carved into the metal, and on the shield like a cresting wave as he pulls these out.
So cool.
And he's gonna cast Thunder Wave, not knowing what it is.
Okay, so Thunder Wave is a dex save?
Thunder Wave is con save.
Okay, and is it like in a line or is it just him?
Just him. Well, 15-foot cube originating from... Oh, that's not...
From yourself.
Yeah,
From
no,
you.
From yourself.
I thought you were about to like kill everybody. Like,
Yeah.
Wrong one.
Yeah, okay.
I meant to say Guiding Bolt.
Guiding bolt?
Okay, so that's just a ranged spell attack.
Okay, yeah.
I was
So
like, this is how it's gonna be
120
with the
feet.
spellcasting issue.
Okay, and that is, yeah, so range spell attack. So go ahead and roll an attack.
That
This is a one hit.
was a 7 hit.
A 7 does not hit,
Man,
unfortunately.
my first turn sucked.
That was a good try.
Was that it?
Are you using your movement to get towards him though?
Yeah, I'll move.
Okay, so you move 30 feet. I'm assuming. 30 feet towards this just like mangled form.
Right.
Damien's your turn.
Epic.
Unless you had a bonus action. No, okay.
I'm just gonna knock another arrow and just try to shoot him again.
Okay.
24 again.
Yeah, that hits.
Ooh.
I can't make this 11 again.
That's the stuff.
The exact same thing as last time.
11. Okay, cool. And that is piercing damage.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. It is this thing's turn. This zombified creature.
Good thing we're all like.
You are
50 feet
within
away.
30 feet.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is anyone else? You didn't move that far. You didn't move that far. You're still back 90 feet.
Yep.
Did you
No,
move?
I'm still
Wait,
100.
I feel like
Okay.
I'm level. He's close. I feel
He
like I'm
moved
level with
60
him.
feet.
Oh, gotcha.
So
Yeah.
he's still 40 feet away though. It's pretty.
So he is 40 feet away. So he this thing like slow. It looks slower than you had seen the actor move, but it lumbers towards you as the patrons just flee out of the building. It can't actually do anything on its turn. It is not close enough, but it gets closer to you. Alice, it's your turn.
Is it like how close is it? Like does it get like within a melee range? Or?
It is 20 feet away.
Oh, okay.
So no.
Okay.
Alice, it's your turn.
Well, I am behind the bar, but there's other people behind the bar now.
Yes.
Okay, how far is the like stairs to get upstairs in the rooms thing?
Not far. I would say probably
Like, could I use my movement to
15
get
feet
there?
away. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to. Are there room keys behind the bar?
Roll. I mean, you would have to look for them. They're not like anywhere that's very clear to see.
Okay, I'm just.
You'd have to use your action to search for them.
Okay, I don't want to do that. I'm going to stand up from behind the bar and run upstairs, just saying like, I'm sorry, I can't fight. I can't do that. And I just run upstairs.
Okay, and so so you use your whole movement to.
Can I
run
go
up
to
the
like
stairs.
the end of the hallway? Is there anybody up there?
Kasha is on the stairs as you pass by her.
Okay, so I'm gonna pass by her and like turn down the hallway.
Okay.
Can I use my action to become Arendelle?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
To do what?
So none of you see this, but you feeling fear and not able to fight as a young girl. You drop this persona of Alice, and your whole body, head to toe, shifts into Arendelle. This human man, elven man, and you feel more inclined to jump into the fight.
That's awesome.
Isn't that the Frozen Kingdom?
It's Arendelle.
That's Arendelle. Yeah.
Oh, what did you say?
Arendelle.
It's spelled
Oh, okay.
differently.
It's spelled differently.
Yeah, come on. Do you have a different voice for it?
We'll find out.
We'll find out on the next turn. All right, that's the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Kasha, it's your turn.
Okay.
Finally, I'm going to first use my movement to get as close as possible, which isn't that close because I have a speed of 30 feet. But hopefully that's within 60 feet.
What are you trying to do?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get within range.
Because he was 90 feet before he
Of
moved.
melee?
No.
Aren't
I
you,
should
like-
be within 60 feet of it.
Yes. Oh, yeah. So you come down the stairs and you use
Oh, wait,
60 feet of your movement to get about like 50 feet away from it.
Did you sprint? Did you? Was it?
Are you dashing?
Dashing.
No. So 30 feet. No, you cannot get with. Since you're up on the stairs, it's gonna take you. It's about 110 feet. Oh, it did move 20 feet. So yeah, you can get to exactly 60 feet.
Nice!
No
And I'm
way.
going to cast Ice Shard at it.
Okay, so you hold out this wand that you have really had not much practice with, and you kind of just like turn away and cast it. Roll a spell attack.
Okay, let's do this.
Just like Pua.
Just like Pua.
12.
Just like Pua taught me.
12 does not hit, unfortunately.
Like you said, I don't have much practice. Like,
Yeah. So you like turn away and you like shoot, and it goes off past this zombified creature, like brushing past its neck, and hits the curtain behind, leaving like a little splatter of ice. Blanc, roll perception for me.
Okay.
I just love that name.
I know, it's so good, right? Okay, that's not very good. That's a 8.
Okay. So you don't see anything at the moment as you are 100% focused on this creature that is barreling towards you. Not really barreling.
I'm barreling towards it.
You're barreling towards
Yeah.
it. Malik, it's your turn. Top of initiative.
Cool. I will cast Frostbite again on this man.
Okay.
Roll me a con save.
Oh,
Sorry.
Con save.
Yes.
Okay.
Another 20 boy.
It's a natural 20.
No way.
Sorry.
Wow, this combat. I
Keep
love
this
level
in.
1
I'm
combat.
sorry,
I
I'm
love
sorry.
level 1 combat.
Level 1, baby. Yeah.
I feel pretty good, right?
Yeah. Damien's.
I'm feeling pretty good.
You're
See, that's what I'm
lady,
saying.
such a-
That's the one level the fighter's better than me.
Are you moving towards it? Doing anything?
Of course not. I'm staying like 60 feet.
Okay, yeah, you kind of stay back, not wanting to move towards it. Blonde, it's your turn.
Okay. I use the rest of my movement to get within melee range.
Okay.
And then,
So yeah, so you have 30 feet, and you and you get up right next to it.
Perfect. I kind of reach behind me and pull out this huge great sword, and like put it. It's huge.
You just
How did I not see
And I
that
grab it
before?
with my other hand. I two-hand it.
Yeah.
And then I kind of put it on the ground because it's a little heavy, and I just with like all of my might I try to swing through its sort of its like hip all the way up to its right tit. Yeah, I can roll for that.
do you like? Yeah, you can. Would you like
Oh,
to?
I'm
Okay. All right.
I know.
All right. You're
Is that
Doesn't
That is a 24 hit.
24 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage on that.
Okay. It is a. Sorry. Okay. Not very good with dice. Okay. Okay. That is a 8 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
8 points of slashing damage.
nice?
So you take this oversized sword from behind your back and just carve right through the center of it, up through its shoulder.
And I think that's it for me. Does not get like an opportunity attack since I got like within the.
No, that's only if you leave its melee. So
Oh.
you have another 10 feet of movement. If you were to back up, it would get an opportunity attack.
I think I'll stay in its.
Okay.
In its range.
Perfect. Blitz, it is your turn.
Okay, so I look at the sword because obviously something came out of it,
Cool.
right? Because I cast it, but it just missed. So
What?
when I used guiding bolt last turn,
Yeah, just.
something happened, but I missed.
Correct.
Okay,
So
so
yeah, you revealed your holy symbol and it bolted towards it. You were not really expecting it, and again, kind of like a Cassius situation, you're not really sure how to control, and it kind of flew off in the distance.
I was like, all right, let's do that
Okay,
again. So I'm gonna
okay.
run 30 feet, just like
Damn.
Okay.
sprint 30 feet straight towards this guy.
You're about 20 feet away from it now.
Okay, and then just try and zap it. I'm saying it like I'm casting it with my sword, sort of like through the.
It's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, are you
With
guiding
guiding
bolt?
bolt.
Okay, roll attack.
Guiding
Roll attack from
Guiding bolt.
Please.
guiding bolt.
Not a
Get him
two.
out.
Not a two.
Don't say that now. You're gonna need a 1.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
22.
22 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Let's go.
Yes. First time rolling these babies.
That's a lot. Holy cow.
That's a lot for a little one.
Oh, that's a
Whoa.
cock die. It's a two.
Cocked.
Alright. 9. Okay, that's 12 radiant damage.
Okay, 12 radiant damage.
Nice.
And the next attack roll made against this creature has advantage.
Okay, awesome. So you, having a little more confidence now that you know something is kind of coming out of this, aim your sword right at this thing, and a bolt just strikes it right in the chest and bursts with light.
Wow. That's
But
dope.
I go ahead and roll perception for me.
Alright.
Ooh.
That is a 17.
Okay, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, so you see as you cast guiding bolt and it strikes it in the chest, you see this glow, and then it fades. And you see past the zombie on the stage, where the lying down form of Pua was.
Oh, there's gonna be another one.
You see now the body has sprouting mushrooms growing out of it. And as your turn ends, it and stands up. It begins to lumber slowly towards you and Blanc.
Oh no.
It's gonna
Can I
use.
yell to Blump? Be like, behind him! Look out! That was Russian. That was like, I don't know what that was actually. Look out, comrade!
Yeah, sure, yeah. So on your turn, you kind of give a warning to Blanc, and Blanc, you see this too. It is going to use its full movement to. You're only 40 feet away from the stage, so it's going to use its full movement to get up to you.
Oh, I'm a little
And you
bit.
see this form of Pua has long claws, and it takes 2 slashes at
No.
you. That is
That's true.
not great. Does a 14 hit?
If I have a 14, does it hit?
Yes. The other one's a nat 1, so it only hits once.
Okay.
2 attacks.
2 attacks. You're not even. You're way far away.
I'm exactly where I want to be.
Okay, that does
100 feet away.
6 slashing damage. As this thing takes its claw and strikes its way down the chest and comes up beside the other one. They are both in melee with you at the moment. That ends its turn.
It hurt.
Damien.
So, advantage on the one that you just hit, right?
Correct.
Gonna do that.
So the original one, the kind of balding actor with the loot across his back.
Alright. Gonna fire a shot at him with advantage. Oh, good thing for advantage. Okay, 24.
Yeah, that definitely
Another
hits.
24.
I don't... Guys.
20 or
I don't know if I believe it.
I don't know.
Looking right at it.
Katie, are you checking these dice?
I'm checking
Go ahead
it.
and roll
come
damage.
on, come on.
Please be another 8. Okay, 10 damage that time.
It's
pretty good.
Doing that damage over here.
I know. See, I want to be useful at these lower levels before you guys outshine me.
So you once again take a arrow from the quiver, knock it, and kind of not really seeing it exactly, and then you see Blitz's light engulf it, and you shoot and you aim true, and it shoots it right in like the side, and it does, and it kind of like staggers back, and it is going to look now at Blomf. And not really knowing where the pain is coming from, because you're like, are you up in the balcony? Or
I'm
you're-
still in the balcony.
You're still in the
yeah.
balcony.
Nice spot.
Not really knowing where the pain is coming from. It's going to direct its anger at Blomf and take its loot out and smack you over the head with it. So,
Is that like an improvised weapon?
what?
The loot.
It's a special attack.
Is this?
Yeah, it's there's a 13. Oh, you said you're not.
Right?
So it goes with the loot, and you kind of like dodge as it like just narrowly misses the bridge of your nose.
Yes.
And then it's gonna take its other hand and claw at
2
you.
attacks. No.
That is a 15 to hit.
Yeah.
Blump. No.
Blump
Oh,
insta
barbarians
dies.
have to go
Please
over
don't
here.
die.
That is once again 6 slashing damage.
Down to 3. Blump is hurt. Ow.
That is the end of its turn. That's all it's gonna do. Arendelle, it is your turn.
Okay, I would like to run down the end of the hallway onto the balcony. How far am I from the action?
You're on the balcony now.
Yeah.
You're about 110 feet if you include the stairs.
Okay. Can I, if I don't include the stairs, can I jump off the balcony in a very acrobatic
Whoa.
way?
Go ahead and make an acrobatic
Okay.
check for me.
Hey.
20.
20. So you succeed. So you kind of like perch on the edge of the balcony,
I'm like,
having
huh?
your new faith, and yeah, you see her,
Like,
or you see him for the first time. A figure you have not seen before, almost like a ninja that's been lurking in the shadows, and you leap off over the bar. Yeah.
Okay, I'd like to use...
What is your so you're trying to jump as far as possible? What
Yeah,
is
as
your
far
what is
forward.
your strength score?
8.
Okay, so you leap like 9 feet off the bar. So you clear like where the stairs would
Okay,
be.
can I use the rest of my movement to get closer?
Are you dashing?
No,
Okay.
no. And then,
So you can get another like 20 feet or so closer.
cool. And then can I throw a dagger at him?
Yeah, of course you
Okay,
can.
cool.
Yeah. You can.
Awesome.
So roll an attack.
Oh, nice. That's 23.
23 hits. Oh, at the one, the original one with the loot that just struck at Blonde.
Yes, that
Okay.
one. So that's going to do 7 damage.
Okay. 7 of what kind of piercing?
Piercing, yeah.
Okay. So you throw this dagger. Oh, I just wrote the number 7. You throw this dagger, and it strikes true right in the shoulder as it pierces through its like fleshy, like bits that have like kind of come off a little, and it strikes right into it, and you can see like almost like soil inside of the flesh. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Gross.
Okay. Cash it.
Nasty.
I'm gonna move closer again to the one that just attacked Blumf.
Oh. Not poor.
It's getting out of hand though.
And
There's two of them.
just kind of aim and fire. I'm gonna use Witch Bolt.
There are 2 of them.
Okay. At the one that just attacked him?
Yeah.
Okay, roll an attack for me.
Be careful, there's gonna
23.
be-
Does a 23 hit?
23 hits.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Just a little bit.
6.
Okay. So you cast as this bolt of just like purple energy emits from the wand and strikes, almost forming like a bond between this creature and you in this like in the space between you two, and it looks over
Oh shoot.
and you see its whole body like quiver as it is almost like held with this like phantom force, and its whole body is like crushed and then let go, and it falls limp to the floor.
Oh,
First kill.
First kill. First blood.
Yay!
First blood. Top initiative, Malik, it is your turn.
That's unfortunate. I can keep using that.
So there's one of them at full health. Full health,
It has not been attacked, correct.
Oh, that's cool.
and it's like wallowing in my friend over there, right?
Yes, and it is heavily injuring your new friend, Bone.
Help me. I say that
Who
again.
is-
I think it's like 20 years or something.
20.
Oh.
Out.
Are you in melee
Yes.
just now?
No, I'm still 20 feet away.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Frostbite at him. That's all.
Nice.
Okay. What's
Roll
the
me a
switch?
con
Switching it
save,
up.
buddy. Roll me a con save.
Okay, 4. So it
Nice.
fails.
Nice.
It
It
definitely
fails.
fails.
Nice. It just has this. It takes 6 damage and has disadvantage.
6 damage? Okay.
6
ready?
cold damage.
6.
Cold.
And it
But
has what's
disadvantage on the next attack.
disadvantage on the next attack. So the one who had taken the loot is the one who Kasha killed. And this one, as you reach out and you kind of like strike your staff to the floor, you see like fractals of ice begin to like splinter across its chest and then disappear as it like
Dope.
shivers. That's the end of your turn?
Yep.
Blanc, it's your turn.
Kind of taken aback by the heaps of damage I just took. I feel this power surge through my veins, and I suddenly grasp my my greatsword tighter than ever before, and I'd like to rage.
Yes.
So
I like to read.
with a newfound strength, I just try to I like swing it over my head, and I try to just put it right to its shoulder.
Okay. Roll an attack
Yep.
for me.
Does an 8 hit?
An 8 does not hit, unfortunately.
Do we know this thing's AC? Anyone have an idea?
It's
Doesn't rage
it's more
be
than
like
8.
a bonus?
More than 8.
It's
Okay.
I would say it's probably more than 8.
I feel like we're either rolling really poorly or
Or
really,
really-
well.
yeah,
Really
exactly.
Yeah, I know. I cannot believe it. Well, I missed.
Okay, so you
324.
you like these veins like pop out of your skin, and you are just incredibly angered as this thing takes strikes at you, and you reach with your greatsword and slash down, and it goes wide.
Damn.
Oh, okay. Blitz, it's your turn. As this actor who's playing Pua is taking almost lethal blows.
Alright, so my instincts tell me that I can help Blump. And I just kind of I just kind of trust him. You know, I point at Blump and I cast Healing Word.
Ah.
Okay.
What is the word? What do you
So
say?
that's your bonus action. So
Yes, that is
yeah,
bonus
roll for healing.
So that is 1d4 plus
Heal.
modifier.
I should have been nicer to Blitz.
Okay. So you get 8 health back.
Ooh.
8? Wow.
Yeah, that's
That's
3 plus 5 my modifier.
All right.
Okay, what do you say?
Is
What-
that how it works?
Is it?
1d4
3
plus
plus
your
your-
spellcasting.
Your
ability.
spellcasting modifier is plus 3.
AK charisma.
Oh.
Ooh.
So 6.
Oh, I guess it wouldn't be the spell attack bonus. So yeah.
That's added because that's plus your proficiency.
That, that is
So
so very
It's all
helpful.
good. It's all good.
So 6.
I
That,
like
that is
that.
still quite
That
a
is
lot
still
for
quite
first
a lot.
level.
And then I'm gonna move into melee range.
Okay.
Nice.
Easy enough.
Cause that was that was a bonus action, so you
Yeah.
could.
Yeah.
And then I will.
Healing Word's
I'm
great.
gonna take this dope-looking sword and just go.
All right. Roll an attack for
And
me.
just stick it right in the zombie.
Yeah, let's go.
Who is this random elven dude?
An 8.
8 does not hit.
I think an 8 would hit, yes?
So as this thing
we
like
know his armor class is
takes
not
its claw up,
No,
you
I like how the thing is
you
like
stab
a
your
normal
sword
move,
and
then it
narrowly
gets big,
miss like
turns into
through
a zombie, it's like,
through
I
the
have 40 more HP,
opening there.
20 more armor classes.
It is this thing's turn. As it like dodges your sword, it's going to look back at you and claw across your face with both hands.
Let's know.
Oh, the thing has advantage in the first one.
Oh, he does have disadvantage on one of them.
Ooh.
Oh my god. He rolled really well.
Come on.
The disadvantage was a natural 13 and 19, which is... does a 17 hit?
A 17 does not.
A 17 misses.
No
okay.
way.
Oh, wait, no, I don't have armor on.
Oh yeah, you're
What?
naked. Wait.
Yeah, because I gave myself scale mail when I created the character.
Right, but you haven't bought it.
But I don't have the scale mail.
Okay.
It's a 10 plus dex.
Shake my head.
So yeah, I guess the 13 still wouldn't hit because my shield. But
13 plus 4, which is 17.
Oh, he has
It was
a
a
plus
natural.
4 attack. I see.
Ah, I see.
okay, so they both hit.
Alright, and the other one was
Oh,
a natural 20, which didn't have disadvantage.
Ah.
I'm sorry.
So Blitz is gonna die.
So Blitz goes.
Five blood.
It was
But
nice
let's,
knowing you, boys.
yeah.
So the first one.
We're still sorry.
I kill myself.
That's not helpful.
What is the damage die?
What?
What is the damage die?
I'm not telling you what the damage die is.
We can infer.
So it does
Probably a lot.
6 damage as it
okay,
slashes
I'm
down.
gonna die.
And that was the first one.
That was
the
the
second,
second-
the second one is a
No
crit.
way. No way.
How much health do you have?
I
Okay.
have 4 health before this.
I hate to tell you that it rolled max on its damage die, but as it like reels back,
Oh, what does this mean?
it slashes you across the face, getting like your eye and like tearing off a little bit of flesh as it does.
Hold on, but if that heals, it's gonna look really cool though.
It
Yeah.
If I
does,
don't die.
it does 7 points of slashing damage.
Awesome. So I'm down.
Alright, so Blitz goes down. As he comes into melee to help Blomf, Blitz goes down, and you see him just like faint onto the ground.
Do I make a
Gotta
death
love level
save or
one
anything?
combat.
No, on your round.
When the
Damien.
healer's down.
And this is the redheaded actor that was playing Pua before, and you see like and you see its like mangled face and the white eyes.
I don't see anything. on
And
that.
now you don't.
And now.
Damien, it's your turn.
All right, I just saw this and I went, oh dear, and I'm blasting him again.
Okay.
Blast them.
Blasting
It's
Blitz.
such a cool
Just
reaction
kidding.
I wanted to use.
I know, I'm sorry.
Okay, so
Oh,
that's a 12, but I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Oh yes.
What
so you
what
had
die is it?
Inspiration, you get advantage.
Oh,
It's not bardic inspiration.
Yeah,
It's
I thought it
DM
was.
DM inspiration.
I love that. That's so great.
it still misses. All right,
Oh.
You were hitting too many
It wasn't
times.
natural
I know,
one,
that's
You
but
what
had too much luck.
it's true. All right.
Okay, so as you fire and then feel like a divine presence, it still goes wide. Is that your whole turn?
How wide would you say?
So it's gonna hit.
Do you think it got close?
What did you roll?
12.
Yeah, it got pretty close. It like
Around
hit,
12 area.
it hit like right above its shoulder and like right through that little cranny right there.
right there. So
I think it's
it has like 40 HP to it.
Aaron, deal, it's your
Yeah.
turn.
Something
Okay,
like that.
cool.
Something like
I
that.
would like
He's hit it 3
to
times.
run.
Yeah.
Can I run forward into its melee?
Yep.
Awesome. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to get it with my rapier.
Okay,
It
and
also-
Blomf is in melee with it within 5 feet, so you do get sneak attack.
Does that?
Sorry.
That's not advantaged. I just get the sneak attack damage, right? 'Cause we're
Correct, because you were not
Oh,
hidden or anything.
Level
Cool.
1 monster sneak attack. There we go.
Unless you're going. Okay, yeah.
I mean, that's okay.
Does an 11 hit?
11 does not hit. 11 just misses.
Oh no.
Okay, nice.
Just misses.
It's pretty cool though. I
Well,
must say.
It
Is
misses.
did I throw my dagger in the other one? Is it around here? Can I get that back?
Yes, I believe you threw the dagger at the other one, so yeah.
Yeah. Can I
Yeah,
just-
as
can I
you
take
just
that
reach
back?
over and you pocket it.
Cool.
That's the end of your turn.
Anyone
Yes.
heal?
No.
No.
You're the cleric. Casual.
Yeah, like
I'm gonna come closer to the one. I don't know if I'm within 6
Wait,
feet
no one has
of it.
any healing?
we don't have a bard, bud. Do you not
There's
realize
other
this?
healing.
We can
Like what?
People can have healing spells.
And I'm gonna try to cast the ice shard again.
Okay, roll a
Do we have,
spell
like
attack.
medical supplies or something? I do not
I
have
have
that.
some fires.
I can cast a spell that I think will help.
23.
23 hits. Go ahead
Some
and roll damage.
boxing gloves.
Yeah.
I think it'll help.
Probably.
You think that'll help?
It's gonna do 9 points.
Oh yeah, of course.
9 points of damage. So as you see through this like part of its shoulder that has been just like brutally beaten down, it's like the flesh is like peeled open and you see like bits of dried blood. You hit the ice like right there and like it like bursts into like cold energy and you see like a spout of mist. Nice. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, Malik.
Okay. How's he looking, roughly?
He looks. I mean, there are bits of flesh just like torn apart. It's hard to tell because he was already a pretty mangled body, but he looks.
Using the one that just went down as a point of reference, by the way.
Roll insight for me.
Inside. Okay. Okay, 3.
He has.
No.
He looks like a Superman. He looks totally good. You can't tell from this distance, especially. It's very hard to tell with all the like mangled features.
I can't risk it, so we're gonna go with frostbite again.
All right.
You and I have the same strategy.
Say
Con save.
concept. 6.
Fails.
Excellent.
5 damage.
5 damage.
Cold damage.
5 cold damage. So as it like shivers from the bolt that had just hit it, it like just feels a wave of cold sweep over
And-
it again.
Don't forget, next time he rolls a 20, it's not a 20.
Whoa.
Good. Okay. Disadvantage.
That's
Oh, that
cool.
happens.
I like that.
Blanc, it's your turn.
I'm seeing my phone.
So as a reminder, I know you guys you don't have healing, but you can stabilize as an action with a DC 10 medicine
Ooh,
check.
I
He'll
did
be
not.
fine.
Yeah,
I am
he'll-
not wise.
He'll be
I
fine.
have plus 1
Rolls a
medicine.
1 on death save.
Plus 1 medicine.
That's what I'm like.
Plus 1 medicine.
If you die, I'm so sorry.
What are you looking at me for?
Because you're mad cute.
I didn't plan it. This wasn't. I didn't plan. I wasn't like, I'm gonna knock the cleric down so they know to get healing. That wasn't.
Let's
No, I was just dumb and I decided.
It's all good. It's
To
all
your
Uh,
credit, though, he killed you in 1 turn. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah, it's not much.
He did kill you in 1.
There's not much you really could have done.
You
Yeah.
rolled really well.
It's like,
I see my fallen comrade, and in still furious, I grow even more furious, and I just try to slash it one more time, except this time like around the neck area. Let's see if it hits.
Okay. And you are raged.
I'm still.
Okay, so you get the
in
rage attack
rage.
bonus.
Does that get into the damage or the roll?
The damage.
Okay, so I thought.
You do additional damage though too.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it goes to the damage.
I'm assuming a.
Not the.
I'm assuming a 10 does not hit.
A 10, unfortunately, is not.
Unless.
Would you like to give me an inspiration for role playing story 11?
Next session.
So I miss again.
So yeah, as you kind of get like distracted by something like flies through your vision, you like carve and do like a little wacky path and strike wide again.
Oh no, he's gonna kill me!
Blitz, make a death save for. I know.
So
You're
I've
gonna be
never done this.
fine.
I've literally never
do it.
done
You've
save.
never made a
Do
death
it.
save?
Never made a
Do
death
it.
save.
Good
Get used
vibes.
you're gonna be fine.
Good vibes.
Nat 20! Just kidding. It's a 4!
Oh.
One failure. One failure. It's fine.
Don't get in that one. Don't get in that one.
Yeah, 5% chance to die next
Alex.
turn.
Alex,
So it,
do
I
not get
just
in
have
that
to wait
one.
until.
If you get a nat 1, you're dead pretty much.
You're dead. Not pretty much.
And it's like,
No, you actually are dead. You leave the game.
yeah.
Yeah. You guys aren't really doing
Someone
anything
who's
to help.
closer. Help.
I should have helped her.
So yeah. So you fail. And it is this redhead
You failed.
zombie's turn. And it is going to go for you.
Oh,
With
I like
disadvantage
everyone.
on its first attack. Totally doesn't hit, like 9.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
doesn't get
so
close.
9. So its claws goes wide, and it just has
Holy
disadvantage on
hit
one
points.
attack.
I'm at
Yep.
9.
Okay.
Don't worry, guys. I could heal myself.
Does a 13 hit?
No.
Okay, so it goes wide with 2 claws as it just misses as you are dodging
See,
about.
my friend, don't die.
Yes, I will not.
Damien, it's your turn.
All right. Shooting him.
All right, here we go. What's he gonna do?
Come on. I have so many options. 26.
Does that hit?
Fortunate, yeah. Yeah, that definitely hits. Go ahead and roll
I don't
damage.
think so.
Come on, big damage. The opposite. Okay, 5.
Nice.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
All right, it helps. You know what? Every
Okay,
piece
so
of
as
damage.
you knock this arrow, go ahead and finish him off.
I just want to go like straight through his eye. Like the arrow doesn't even get stuck in his brain; it just goes straight through, and he's just.
Okay, as you see, as this thing claws and like dodges around Blom, two of your allies at this point, Arendelle and Blom, are now fighting with this thing as Blitz lies unconscious at its side. You knock this arrow and just with dead aim, right through the eye, and it sticks into the stage behind it.
Yeah.
And it waits a second, and you see like a gaping hole before it falls and slumps to the ground. Dead.
Okay.
Wow.
The room is quiet, as this was quite intense. You see people slowly start to peek their head out from behind the bar and stuff. It's mostly waiters, the bartender. Most of the patrons have fled the building. You see, amidst overturned tables and stuff, you have an unconscious ally.
Cool.
I would
Who
just.
has
I'm kind of
good
far.
wisdom?
I'm right next to him. Can I throw it through stable? Was it stable?
Sure. So roll a DC 10
Okay.
medicine check.
DC 10 medicine check.
No, you
No,
rolled
no,
a d20.
D20.
Oh, I did.
Sorry.
No.
D20 and
Okay.
you have to beat 10.
Oh, okay. Plus,
You
do I
did-
add my medicine to it?
You add your
Yeah.
medicine.
Okay, great. That is an 18.
Nice.
So you are stabilized. You are not up.
Wow.
He lies unconscious on the ground. But as you like pump a little breath into
I
him,
like slap his face.
yeah, you slap his face.
I kiss him. No, I don't do
You
that.
see-
That is not canon.
You see that as his whole internal systems had clenched, they now let go, and he breathes a little.
The body, wake up! Hey, come on! Hey,
As,
hey, okay?
Okay.
As I'm
Yeah,
kind of
fine.
walking over, can I just roll perception to see if he's showing any fungus, any
Growth.
bad like
Sure.
disgusting stuff on him?
Ooh, that's
Roll
smart.
investigation.
I don't want to get bit.
Oh, I'm good at that. He was almost so good. 12.
12. That's good enough. As you kind of like flip him over, trying to inspect it, you see, like torn skin a little bit across his face. It'll heal, for sure.
I
But
have a cool scar.
yeah, a nice
Yeah.
scar.
See, there's a positive.
Okay.
Hey.
And a little bit of tattered clothing, but no fungus.
Okay, good.
I'm running behind the stage
Blitz sucks.
where the guy.
Ooh.
Okay.
Does.
So Malik, roll a D4 for me.
Whoa.
1!
Good.
One.
Because that is how many hours it will take for you to come to consciousness.
Oh, nice.
Good
That was like how much time you had left before you turned to a zombie.
I believe, is it 1d4 plus 1, or is it just 1d4?
That's pretty good.
Maybe wrong on that.
Who cares?
We'll say it's 1 for now, and then I will look it up when we get back. Malik, you are doing what?
Running behind the stage where the guy. the
Okay,
first
so
one-
as you and Blom tend to your fallen ally, Malik, you see Malik hop up on the stage, and you are going behind the curtain.
yes, the side where the zombie came from.
Yeah. It kind of the wings go and then just
Stage
behind the
left
curtain.
or stage right?
It's just one big.
Stage left.
It's one big like backstage area. It's actually pretty small, but it is all connected.
Cool. I'm gonna take out my little magnifying glass made of water from ship water, and I'm gonna investigate.
Don't need a magnifying glass for this because as you get back there, you see. It is a small backstage area, like one small, almost like a one wide wing.
Cool.
Before one wide wing. That is behind the curtain, and you see at the back of the wing, there's props, set pieces, various costumes, other things that they might need for a play. There's instruments, but behind it all, there is one door that swings open,
Where is it lead to?
and it leads to the outside.
Ooh.
Okay.
And looking down, investigating it,
Yes.
you see that it is just like swaying in the wind. Here, it is muffled by the curtains, but here, it is like exposed to the elements. Rain pours in, and the wind like whips the door back and forth. And you see the door doesn't have a set of stairs cascading down. It has a rope ladder that comes down and heads down the back of the tree that makes up the Dueling Trunks.
Okay. And I didn't find anything else when I looked at it.
Oh, roll investigation if you're looking for things.
Yeah, of course. Plus 18.
Ooh.
You see at the edge of the door, there are prints of mud that are really washed away as it gets as it nears the edge of the door, as the rain like whips in, and on the ground it is complete just mud, almost like puddles at this point. So there is really no way of seeing it on the ground outside. But as it fades into wood on the inside, you see a few tracks of like almost circular prints, almost like stamps of mud in the ground.
What made those, I wonder?
He says, rolling a nature check. Roll a survival check.
Survival check. They're the same.
I wonder.
No, they're not. Okay. 11.
It's hard to determine. They're not humanoid, is what you can deduce. At least not like standard humanoid feet. What are you doing?
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile,
can I walk up to the bar? Is the bartender behind the bar?
yeah. So he pops up now, kind of looking a bit shaken, and you see at the far end of the bar near the stage, also pops up is like a curl of black hair. It is Kit Rethgar in his tan narrator suit, looking terrified. And they both kind of step over the bar. The bartender starts to pick up overturned tables and clean up like any like spilled glasses and things like that. And a few of the waiters join him in doing so. Kit kind of like nervously creeps over to the bodies and just stares at these two mangled bodies. You're talking to the bartender?
Yes. May I have a room?
You want to stay here after that?
Do you have a better suggestion?
No, I'm all for business.
A room then.
5 silver. And he's like trying to like, as he's like got like all this like broken glass and like these flagons in his hand and like rags to clean up the spilled drinks, you kind of like throw 5 silver onto the pile that's in his arms. And he looks kind of worried and he goes back behind the bar and he dumps it all out and like starts to clean and he gives you a room. 3rd room on the right.
Thank you.
Did I notice this mystery elf man at any point throughout whatever just happened?
Yeah, I would say you were,
I
you were in
think-
the fight, and this figure that you had not seen in the tavern before ran up and started fighting alongside the 5 of you.
Right. I'm gonna follow a little bit and just. Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Hi. That was very good of you to join us back there. Are you all right?
Yes. I'm fine.
Thank you, I guess.
Looking around now, you don't see Alice. She must have fled with the rest of the patrons. She was just a young girl, and you had seen her running away.
Nice.
Did I see? Was,
Yeah,
Ma-
so
was
you
Malik
all-
trying to like be sneaky, or did I,
I
see
don't
him?
believe so. I think he kind of jumped onto the stage, right?
I'd
Yeah,
like,
so he jumped onto the stage and ran behind
I'd
the
like to
curtain.
walk over to Malik.
All right. So as you do, he has a magnifying glass of water, and he
That's
is
so
he is
dope.
looking
That's epic.
That's so cool.
looking for these footprints that you see at the door. You see them as well.
Seems something magical in nature happened. Yes.
Yeah. No magic I've ever seen this first.
You're. I don't want to be throwing around false accusations, but your Baroness, she a practitioner of the arcane by any chance?
And as you say this, you don't see, but you hear a door swing open, and you don't see it. The 3 of you see the double doors to the Dueling Trunks open
Inward, not outward.
inward toward the building,
Okay.
and you see the figure of a drenched Elora Nightingale,
Oh.
looking furious, storming up to these bodies. What is going on here?
As they come be.
As she catches you all almost like red-handed, even though you did nothing wrong in your eyes. You have destroyed the Dueling Trunks. What? Who has something to say?
I'm coming back down the stairs. I have something to say, man.
She can't see the bodies at this point. The tables have been turned back up, and they're kind of like lying between two of them.
Oops. I'm coming right down and
The whole town runs out in panic, and just the 6 of you are left.
because the second you walked out, 2 monsters showed up and started fighting us.
They're dead.
It took
By
like an
the way.
hour.
Yeah, we took care of that for you, actually.
Yes. Our friend is mortally injured. Look at this guy.
Quite literally.
I am walking upstairs to my room.
Yeah, you're like.
We will see
It
to your
looks
friend.
cool.
Apologize. Now, what is this about monsters?
Well, look at these things.
And you lead her over to beneath the table, and she like gasps. She knows these bards, Ronnie and Ren.
Yeah, I also.
You know.
What do you know?
How did this happen?
Insight check.
Whoa.
Inside here.
-1 wisdom. Let's go, buddy.
Oh,
3.
nice.
She seems
She has
dead
nothing
on.
to do with it.
It seems like a pretty honest reaction.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, her reaction seems pretty accurate. So you, Arendelle, have at this point, as she begins to storm in, you walk up the stairs and head to your room, which is the 3rd room on the right. She continues. Is this your doing?
Certainly not. We actually stopped it.
Yeah, we did not make them attack us.
I think
We
that's
did
what she
kill
meant,
them.
guys. We knocked them. Yes,
If
we
you're
did
asking,
destroy
yeah,
them.
we destroyed them. That's what we did.
We did not make. Yeah, we killed them. Yeah.
You tell me, Ronnie and Ren, they attacked the patrons?
Laura, yes. We got
You're
about.
behind the curtain.
I assume I came out hearing her voice, you know,
So,
like.
well, no, she reacts if you come out. So, when you do come out,
I want to
Mally.
come out as soon as possible.
Malik, tell me what really went down.
Well, you see, we got a little case of plant zombie coming out of the behind the curtains, in the middle of the play. You know, the part where Paula is attacked.
You're zombies.
Malik, the zombie part of the play is theater.
Yes.
Does that
that's
look like
what we all
theater to
taught.
you?
The actors, I understand, but it could be makeup, no?
Excuse me, ma'am, but. And I point to our friend Blitz, who's on the ground, missing half of his face. And I'm like, that doesn't look like makeup to me.
I apologize. So let me get this straight. The actors, Ronnie and Ren, came on stage, dressed as zombies, and you saw them attack, as they do in the play.
Mhm.
And then they attacked the audience?
Pretty much.
Well, I don't think they were doing it, with their free will. I think something affected them.
The play was really good, if that's what you're asking.
Oh, Laura, please.
Yes.
You do.
Kit kind of starts to slowly approach now, and Alora sees him. Kit, what the hell happened here? Kit is like, I don't know.
My friends are dead, though.
I am just as shocked as you are.
Inside.
Insight check. Go ahead and insight check.
Can I kind of
Can we let the
poke my
cleric
head
do that?
out of my
Oh.
room?
Yeah, you kind
Alice?
of poke your head out of your room and you see. What?
Blitz is gonna wake up.
What was
I have
the?
a +5 to insight.
Wow.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know. Start doing that.
That's
One second.
He seems to just. I mean, you can't really read him.
Ooh.
Someone else roll it as
Hey, it's been about
Yeah, does that mean you get a free
45
trade?
minutes.
What?
It's been about 45 minutes.
Yeah,
It should be about
it's been a good amount of time. It took a while for Alora to come in, so in a few minutes. Yeah. Yeah, you can roll insight as well. So
Okay,
two of you.
Maybe
I'll
you do.
do it. I do have
Not me.
Plus 3 on it. Okay, 10.
He seems like he knows she's gonna be mad, and she already is mad, and he seems to be covering his butt. You can't tell if it's
Covering his butt.
yeah. He's covering his own skin. He doesn't want to get in trouble for this.
Yeah.
For whatever happened here.
She's gonna think I turned my own friends into zombies and made them kill people.
Maybe he did.
Ooh.
Wait a
Maybe
minute.
he did.
I say with
You
my
use magic.
terrible insight roll.
Yeah, Malik.
Look, Opaz is not the place of magic and this nonsense. We did not have any troubles before the 6 of you came.
Hey, don't look me on this.
Malik,
He's talking
I
about
apologize.
Celeste.
But until we have all the facts, I must assume that you all were to blame.
I mean, all due respect to Laura, you do have about 60 witnesses you could ask and would corroborate
Yes.
or sorry.
Yes, I suppose we do. Kit.
Someone else, lady.
What?
I didn't
Did
say
you
that.
say?
Go ahead.
I don't know.
Kit comes forward and he's like, hey, they are, they're telling the truth.
Oh,
Let's go, kid.
Kit. Yes, 7th member.
I thought he was gonna punk us.
Can we
Kit,
just bring him along and make songs about us?
they are telling the
Lead a
truth.
word.
Yeah.
I don't know where that came from. Ronnie came on stage and he had some kind of fungus like growing out of his body. And he attacked. I don't know. I hid, but these folks they kind of saved the day. And at
Well.
this, you now breathe a siphon of life. You have 1 HP.
Blitz! Everyone, he's awake!
Holy crap, he woke up.
Okay.
Everything's alright, they're dead.
I look at
Yeah.
Nightingale. I go, point me to the nearest armor shop. Now.
Which up?
It's in the marketplace.
Thank you. Then I touch my face. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Nice.
Okay.
It's a D8 plus 3. Oh! It's max. I'm at max health,
Excuse me?
baby.
All right, so you touch and you feel just raw skin and dried blood, and you touch it, and as you see his hand, it comes down, and you see it is no longer an open wound, but it leaves a small scar
Yeah.
underneath the outer.
Anakin.
I didn't tell that to Callie.
Yes.
Can I sort of look at what's happening on the balcony? And,
Sure.
and-
Yeah. So
and
you
walk
kind
down
of
the
creep
stairs?
forward and you see this from afar.
I will come
You-
down
Laura
the
Nightingale,
stairs.
the Amelie, you must not go at this time. The stone, and we must figure out what happened here. But
I do not
than-
care. That was Russian again. I can't do- German's gone.
Are
Right?
you still
It's gone.
I don't care about
No,
the
not
stone.
in my house, no.
Oh,
Very
bruh.
That's awesome.
You see now, Laura Nightingale is crouched over the figures, investigating. Have you all discovered anything else? Anything that might help us figure out who did this?
I found nothing. And I walk away.
If you don't mind me asking, do you think this has anything to do with that thing that Damien and I were investigating?
I suppose it could. I was looking at the bodies. They appear to have the fungus that Kit had mentioned sprouting from them. I have not seen this before. I cannot pretend I have, but perhaps did they come from behind the curtain?
Yes, ma'am.
And she goes back up and looks and sees the open door. Oh. Our one-man tech crew.
We're pausing.
He's doing great.
No, it's fine.
I'll never know what she sees.
She sees fade to black.
She sees.
Redacted.
Thanks for watching.
And she sees the same footprints that you two had seen before.
Does she have a good investigation roll?
Let's find out.
Nat 19.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Plus 5.
I have seen there are creatures in the forest. They have similar fungus. But they would never do something like this.
Oh, really? Cool. What were they called?
The myconids. The myconids in the Ninfood forest. They are a peaceful people. They live in harmony with the people of Opaz. They have done nothing but help us. They mostly stay out of the way. They would not do something like this. They never come into town. There would be no reason for them to venture out this far, especially not in such a storm.
Yeah. In a perfect world, that is, right?
You know, if I recall, when I was talking to Rymor, he said that some of his animals went missing near that forest. You say that?
Yes, but you must understand the Myconids, they do not like conflict. They keep to their colony, we keep to our town. The two rarely interact, and if it is peaceful.
Well, I guess we got some questions to ask him, though, about this little incident.
We'll have to check that out for you.
Yes. If you would be so kind, we are short-handed at the moment. Our guard they've been sent to Inkberry. Been sent to Inkberry. There is nothing to guard in Opaz. I cannot investigate alone. Perhaps you all would help us.
Do I hear this? Am I like around?
In the area.
Okay.
So you hear this. She's not directly speaking to you, but you hear this from up top, and the five of you are nearby. She looks at all of you, and Kit stands over to the side, but she's not really talking to you.
Well, I'd love to help, Duchess, Baroness, but I have to make my way to Inkberry. I have some business there.
I hear you fought very bravely.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say it was that impressive, but I mean, if you want to like compliment me, yeah,
I hear
I'd
you all fought bravely, and we could use strong hands.
Where'd you hear that from?
She's kind of making it up. She definitely hadn't heard. I mean, she heard something, that prompted her to come in.
Kit probably said something.
But yeah, she might have talked to Kit, but most of it she's kind of made up trying to get Blumph to say.
I'll come with you this one time, and then I'm going straight to Inkberry.
Thank you, Blumph.
Yes, and I
Malik,
think...
I suppose I have your support as well.
Of course, I'll see it through.
And the rest of you.
That's why we're here.
Well,
That's why I'm here.
get me some armor and I'll think about it, yes.
What are you talking about? We're going right now.
Blitz, by dawn tomorrow, I will have you the armor.
I'm with you.
And young man up on the railing. She looks straight ahead, but you are far behind. Oh, you've changed back.
Yeah.
Misgendered, damn.
And she looks up, and you are a completely different person. Ah, my apologies, young lady. You helped in this endeavor.
Oh no, she was not here. She ran away like a little scared.
I see.
Sorry, I didn't throw a wrench in your
I see. Then I suppose we cannot count on you.
I am going to Inkberry.
Well, maybe you can wait for our friend Blumph, and you can go together.
I could wait and I could see if Arundel's around anymore. He's my friend.
Oh, that elven man?
Yes, him and Shade.
You know, maybe when this is done, we could all go to Inkberry.
Yeah. So.
Hey, you want to come with me?
If you help me with what I need to do here, see it only fair that I help you and whatever you're trying to do.
Well, yes, but why would I do that?
Well, I wasn't talking to you.
And in that case,
Friends.
Not friends.
Yeah, we're
Not friends at all.
this guy.
Actually, I hate all this.
You know these people.
Alphonse Verling.
We.
I prestidigitate him the rest of the way.
You help. Do you help with this?
I'm gonna shape water what?
You help. So as the prestidigitation, as the water's like flying off, shape water like brings it back. If
I'm
you
just
if you help with this,
like, I need a wand.
then afterwards you may go your own separate ways. But we would appreciate your help. In the morning, of course. Let the storm die down. In the meantime, I will buy your rooms, free of charge.
Better get my fucking silver back.
Thank you so much, Dutch Baroness.
So we have,
Keep saying
so we have an agreement. In the morning, you will go and investigate the Michaelnid people.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
And Franklin comes up behind with 3 keys. How many more rooms for you all? So you got a room, you up there on the railing, you got a room. You 3?
Yeah.
Sharon?
I'll take.
your own?
I'll take. I mean,
He throws onto you.
thank you.
I'll be by myself. Thank you.
Throws onto you.
Could I stay next to Damien? Is there a room available?
You're gonna have to talk to your friend there.
I don't think that's a good idea. I'm sorry.
Is it okay if I stay? Okay. I'm good, thanks.
Suit yourself. He heads it back. Laura Nightingale helps in the effort to clean up the rest of the tables. She's just kind of like muttering to herself. You see her and Franklin, the bartender, grab the bodies and they drag them up behind the curtain. So they're still there as evidence, but not as like so obvious as patrons come in. And patrons do. They start to filter in.
Bold of them.
They're frightened, but this is like their rock. Is the Dueling Trunks. And they filter in. Some of them sit. They don't really talk much. A lot of them are kind of scarred as to what happened, but they are all together. And you are all together as you head up the stairs to your 5 rooms, you 2 sharing. There's a bunk in each one, but you occupy the bottom cot. You 2 bunk together. The night falls as you hear thunder. Still loud, but dying down. It's rather difficult to fall asleep for most of you, as this chance encounter came out of nowhere. And it is unlike anything you have ever experienced before. But as you finally do begin to drift off, the storm ahead The lightning subsides. The rain batters your window. The wind whistles through the planks of this strange building, set amidst a great oak tree. You fall asleep separately, replaying the events of the day through your head. And that is where we'll pick up next week. Yeah. Awesome. So you can all take a long rest, heal your hit points.
Oh, thank God.
I'm not that low.
Your spell slots, all that good stuff.
Oh, yes, my spell.
And that is where we will pick up session 2.
Yay!
Heck yeah.
That armor does not use dexterity.
Epic.
So yes,
So good.
thank you guys so much. Oh wow,
I don't
first
wanna stop.
session
I
down.
know.
Yeah,
I know.
Died. Yes.
I got pretty close too, I'd say.
Almost fully died
I
session.
cannot believe I got
Yeah.
crit.
You gotta love level 1 combat.
Hey.
Like
Yeah.
straight up.
Oh,
My session 0.
Oh,
Please don't lie.
and you can all level up to level 2.
Thank you.
Almost forgot. Yes.
Yeah.
Action
Yes.
surge.
Yeah. Me and level 1 combat.
You're so good to us.
Yes. Level 2. Do you want to roll hit points now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Are we re-rolling ones?
Yeah. So you can re-roll once.
Nice.
Geek.
Taking it so much.
Five.
Reroll one.
Okay. Wait. Hold on. Geek. You got what?
I rolled a 5.
Plus.
Is that what you want to know?
Plus 2.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So plus 7.
Epic.
Jacob.
Let's. Please. Oh, 7 plus 2, 9.
Nice. Katie.
6 plus 1 is 7.
6 out of 6.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Please. That's a 1.
Oh yeah, you can
Yeah.
re-roll once.
Oh, and an 8.
Yeah, awesome.
Okay.
Alright.
8.
Hey.
Wow,
Oh
see,
my
this is
God.
yeah.
Come on. Come
All
on,
right,
Santiago.
let's do it.
Come on, Sam. No 2.
Come on.
No 2.
9 out of 12. That's
Nine.
pretty. That's still pretty good.
Dude,
All right,
That's
Great
awesome.
roll.
Wow, you guys are like
Nice.
buff level 2s now.
Oh.
Awesome. So yeah, as you finish the 2 counter plus the ones from your session 0, all leveled up. Perfect. That is where we will pick up next week. I love these new characters.
Me too.
Oh, yeah.
I love
I
so
actually
much.
kind of
like
like
it.
low-level combat.
Set
Yeah,
the
it's
fighter.
scary.
Set the fighter.
No, said the guy that's all the way in the back hiding.
Yeah, I know. It's not even on the same.
First level combat.
No, but it's like
Not even on the
all the
same
way back.
floor.
even just level 5. It's like, all right, I send my freaking nuke. Like,
Yeah, kill him. Oh, yes.
Yes.
Oh, by the way.
No, yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah.
Thrill of death.
right, let's.
Santiago, have it.
Oh,
Those are
that's
some
a
scary
sweet on-camera moment. As soon as it ends, you take it back. No.
Right before that. Bro, thank you. I appreciate that, man. Yeah. Oh.
Perfect. Yeah. Well, thank you guys so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, the viewer, for watching the first episode of UniversiD&D. We will be back for more next week. And how do you guys want to sign off?
Do mine.
Oh, yeah, we will. Well,
Goodbye.
yeah, well, just goodbye. Fade goodbye. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you continue, and we hope you like this campaign as much as we do. We hope you enjoy these characters and the fun as much as we do. And amidst our college life, we will keep playing. Because remember, friends who crit together, stick together. That's right, yeah, that's right.
Wow, that was.
All right,
Kind of spicy.
goodbye. Thank you.